Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy at the news desk. We're all here. There's Pat Godwood.
Hello. There's
Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here is Tom Griswold. Hello,
the dance part of the song.
You got to dance. This is where you dance?
Who's the best dancer, Christy, of the boys in the room?
I know.
I do, too.
Josh.
It's me. I can kill it. No, it is Josh.
Oh. You do have your own thing.
I got my own thing in my own time.
Chair dancing. You put Chick in a chair with wheels.
Has Willie seen my moonwalk?
Let's see it.
Wait, don't you have to have the music?
I guess. If you want to, do you have any music to moonwalk to over there?
Remember there was that special music that you liked so much?
What was it? Soul.
Five for fighting, or four of the five?
Soul.
What was it called?
Soul on Ice? No, that's not it.
That's Eldridge Cleaver's book.
There it is.
Wait a minute. Oh, a little cocaine.
Very good.
Chick McGee chair moonwalk. You can do this at your office, everybody. Yeah, so you just get behind your desk and you push it backwards.
Sure.
Wait a second. Hang on. Josh.
Well, I'll twist for you, baby.
Josh,
it was good.
Sing.
Take another shot, get lit for you, baby.
Did you hear what he said? Josh, sing.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. I don't know why certain people are worried
I can't do this.
They have to become puppets and refuse to be on the show. I don't understand that.
No, but don't you love it when someone turns you onto a great song? I'm sorry. I'm not ruining it.
Country dancing.
I can't get up that high.
When's he going to be in? We got to have him in.
Yeah. He is good. He'll be opening for Eric Church and Diplo coming up.
Whoa.
Here. Yeah.
Eric Church has been in here, believe it or not.
Doesn't Diplo...
I saw him last time.
Wait, Diplo, like the EDM artist?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a ticket, man. That's a fun lineup.
All three of them on the same show?
No.
Oh.
Just sometimes for Eric Church, sometimes for Diplo.
Okay.
Oh.
Doesn't Diplo sound like an insult? Like, hey, dickweed. Hey, Diplo.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah. But the way that's Paul Cawthon, who's got that great song.
No, not
Cocaine.
Coffin.
Cawthon. I just said that. Paul Cawthon.
Yeah, I know. I'm causing trouble.
Chick's just making it clear.
Yeah,
not Coffin.
He's just having fun with you.
I'm not saying...
I like to clarify, Tom. I don't know if you know this.
Jones, where I'm saying Mythith Coffin.
I like to clarify, Tom. I like to call you on stuff.
There is a sketch out there, though, called Cawthon's Coffins, where Paul is hawking funerals.
You say more because we've buried him before.
It's pretty funny.
We were talking about the word dip, and you mentioned the artist Diplo. And we had, for some reason, dip was in the news the other day. We were talking
Dip.
and it dawned on me. I mean, I felt so stupid.
Wasn't it one of Al Jackson's words?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I got a dip, right?
Yeah.
That's a dip set.
You got to leave.
Yeah, dip. But I thought a dip was a negative thing. Yeah, he's a real dip. And then it dawned on me like an hour later. Oh, I get it. Mm-hmm. It's short for dip followed by the S word.
Sure.
As if you're some kind of booger-eating, slack-jawed moron that would dip your chips into poop. So you are a dip, right?
That is...
I'm guessing you think that phrase a lot in your head?
No, I think the term dip was short.
Slack-jawed moron?
Dip is short for the longer one.
The dip, yeah.
But I don't know the etymology of
I don't
dip
think it's dipping in poo.
Yeah, but I think it's what a short. If someone says you're a dip, it's because that would have been you're a dip.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And any of it, we can move on from there. I'm sorry.
It's the Fort Knox 5.
That's it.
I'm just like a lot of you people. I find my music shopping. And I hear something on the speakers, and I hold my phone up, and it tells me.
Where are you shopping? This is like the coolest song ever. You shopping at the Cool Guy store?
I was at Nordy's.
What this band is?
The band's called Fort Knox 5, and that is Brazilian.
Yeah, that is just some great stuff.
It is so cool. Yeah.
Wax.
Some nice, fun music. Got some nice horns in there. Speaking of music,
wax.
Pat Godwin's in the other room. He's the music guy.
Yeah, thank you.
You got some plans for us this morning?
I do.
Is he really serious? He can't hear us, right? You can turn
go ahead.
You can turn it off.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, is he really serious about not doing any more Johnny Loud songs? Because I really enjoyed that.
It's Johnny Loud one.
Johnny Loud one.
Johnny Loud one.
Yeah. That was the young Pat Godwin.
How could he hear me? It's like he could hear me.
Oh.
You know, in the original, I mumble a little bit for, effect. When you really say it clear, it sounds stupid to me, even at this point.
Well, that's okay. We had asked Pat to play some of the songs he wrote as a young songwriter.
Right.
19 years old.
And everybody, we all have embarrassing moments in whatever we do.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody does. And we were just enjoying them with Pat. What's this?
I don't know. The keyboard just went nuts.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to go into one.
I'm trying to modernize my
something from your disco
too?
from the Pat Godwin disco era.
Thing has a mind of its own.
Circle City.
Burn,
Rock.
baby, burn. Johnny Loud One. Burn, baby, burn.
Sorry, Pat wrote a song in which he identified himself as Johnny Loud One.
That's kind of true.
But in context of the song, it really is stupid if you listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Because he's
Bad about myself. Yeah.
he's just depressed.
Oh,
and
boy.
Sad,
and he
slow.
wants you to feel depressed for him.
Oh, I bring you all down
And
with
he
me.
wants you to help him.
Shouldn't it be Johnny Sad One?
No, I like Johnny Loud One. Loads of fun. Alliteration. Not Johnny Sad One Saka.
In any event, I don't like it when songs bring a character in that they don't develop. They just drop a name in out of nowhere.
Well, then you don't like half of Steely Dan's songs.
What about Benny Shears and that Beatles song?
Billy Shears.
The one and only. Well, they're introducing Billy Shears. I mean, like when
Willie makes
Elton
a good
John
point.
says Alvin Tostig.
I love that.
Out of nowhere, that bothers me.
It seemed like 3 years trying to look up who the hell Alvin Tostig was.
Yeah,
I never made it.
And it wasn't the New York Times; it was Time Magazine that had that headline. But that's a different story.
Poetic license.
Poetic license. I know, Pat. I know,
ever
Pat. Yours has just been renewed, by the way.
Renewed. I thought it was revoked.
Lucky you.
Or at least expired.
We have we have one post President's Day president story that's creepy and weird.
No kidding.
Yeah, it involves the hair of dead presidents.
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody see this? This was announced yesterday. It's just weird. We'll get to that coming up.
I know there's a lock of Lincolns out there, I think.
There's
All of them?
Yeah, remember they just they went on, a bunch of them went on sale in Philadelphia a few years back.
Right.
But yeah, this is a weird story. We'll get to that. But some interesting news in the world of sports, including some really cool NFL news.
The coaches being hired? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, one of the coaches' names, it made me howl.
Well, we've talked about him before. He's been in Detroit. He was in Jacksonville. Now he's the Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jim Bob Cooter. Now, what I'm leaning toward right now, I'll give you a little window into Chick's creativity. I'm thinking James Robert Hoo-ha! What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
Seriously, doesn't Jim Bob Cooter sound like this? You're waiting for the General Lee to drive up and
Yes.
who fixed your carburetor? Jim Bob Cooter?
All three of them?
Cooter, there was a Cooter on Dukes, wasn't
Yeah.
there? The Duke boys.
There was.
And he was a mechanic, I think.
It was Daisy Duke.
So but I'm sure he's a very fine man.
Sure he is.
Just kind of an unusual name.
Yeah, I didn't know how much you wanted to.
No, I just because of the name is rather humorous.
I'm sure he's probably never heard that.
No.
Could be worse.
Hang on. I'll mark him off the guest list.
Could be Jim Bob Pooter, which would be.
That would be worse.
Booty Poot.
Yeah.
You know what that means, Christy?
Yeah, that means to toot.
That's very good. Very good. Fart. Little flatulence.
Rip ass.
But we do have some interesting stuff coming up in sports. Got a world record, I assume.
Blow the trombone. Yeah, we do have a world record. And I'm going to ask a question in sports, and I need your answer. Is cockfighting a sport? If so, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this story.
You ask me, it's the sport.
The sport.
Does this story involve a lot of blood?
Possibly.
Let me ask you. Let me rephrase it. Is it human blood?
Yep.
Okay.
I love when this happens because
And you
they
can't
shouldn't be
talk-
doing this
They
anyway.
deserve it.
Oh yeah, and you can't talk to the guy who was bleeding. He'll never get him on the phone.
Okay.
Must have cut his lip or something.
Plus, we have whales in the news, pizza in the news, meteorites in the news.
Yes,
again.
yes.
All right, and U.S. presidential hair, of all weird things. It's all coming up.
Come on, hit with
What's your favorite story coming up, Christy?
My favorite story, let me see. I like this old mail letter because have you ever lost something in the mail? It never showed up.
Sure.
I bought a gift for someone. It still makes me mad. It's somewhere in the U.S. postal system, but 100 years later, it shows up.
Have you ever
Mystery.
Have you ever lied about losing a letter or a package for someone's birthday, and just simply because you forgot to buy them anything?
No, have you done that?
I thought that's what you were doing.
No, God, no.
I'm sorry.
I was really upset about this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll find out about the lost letter in the news. Right now, I want to ask you, do you love spending time at the checkout line at the grocery store? Do you love walking around with that cart, desperately trying to find one last thing on your recipe list? The answer, of course, is no, you don't. That's where HelloFresh comes in. Every week, they've got 40 recipes plus to choose from. And it's not just recipes. They get the food, they buy the food, they design the recipes. Oh, and then they measure everything. You put it together, have some fun. And what kind of food is it? Well, you pick. It could be fit and wholesome stuff. It could be family friendly. It could be quick and easy. It could be vegan. It could be good old-fashioned comfort food. HelloFresh has got it all, and you can switch stuff around. You can swap the proteins. You get what you want. From organic ground beef to organic chicken to whatever it is you're into. And, Willie's got a couple of them. What'd you make lately over there?
Check out the pork and black bean chili with spicy crema and Monterey Jack cheese. HelloFresh sends you 12 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious chili dish that you made at home with help from HelloFresh. HelloFresh
also has their new 15-minute meals. How about this? Southwest pork and bean burritos or falafel power bowls. Get the details and all the info, and get 65% off. That's the key here. If you use BT Show 65 as your code. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 65. It's that simple. 65% off. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 65. Restaurant quality food. And like they used to say, and I helped. Have some fun. Great for date night, Josh. Great for helping the kids learn how to cook. HelloFresh. It's BT Show 65. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 65. Also coming up, is that a shoe or a dildo? The archaeologists say it's a dildo.
Oh, my goodness.
Coming up in the news, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, I'm Mark Allison, and as Floyd said, thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. On the way on this Tuesday, February 21st, Jess Hooker, the cooker, will be along from the Bits and Pieces podcast. I'm sure she'll have something delicious in the kitchen. Comedian Bob Zaney as well will be stopping by via phone line with a Zaney report. Bob Zaney going to be appearing this Saturday, February 25th in Wausau, Wisconsin. Find out details at bobzaney.com. Jess Hooker and Bob Zaney on a Tuesday with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. More sports from Chick McGee on the way. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Authorities say a man has been arrested for the weekend killing of a Catholic auxiliary bishop that shocked Los Angeles religious and immigrant communities. The suspect arrested Monday was identified as the husband of the victim's housekeeper. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna says 69-year-old auxiliary bishop David O'Connell was shot at least once Saturday in his home in Hacienda Heights, about 20 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. A SWAT team Monday arrested Carlos Medina, the husband of O'Connell's housekeeper. The sheriff says Medina had done work at the bishop's home. A motive in the killing has not been determined. Not immediately known if Medina had an attorney. Authorities and media in Turkey and Syria say the death toll has risen to 8 in a new and powerful earthquake that struck 2 weeks after that devastating earthquake that killed nearly 45,000 people. Turkey's disaster management said Tuesday 6 people killed, 294 others injured, 18 in critical condition after Monday's second 6.4 magnitude quake. Pro-government media outlets said Syria reported a woman and another girl died as a result of panic during the earthquake in the provinces of Hama and Tartus. It was also felt in Jordan, Cyprus, Israel, Lebanon, and as far away as Egypt. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The Space Shuttle astronauts are halfway through their 7-day research mission. Endeavour is expected to become an orbiting maternity ward today when frog eggs that were fertilized earlier in the mission start to hatch. Now
we are scheduled to hook up with Commander Thompson. We should hook up right now, I believe.
Hello, Houston.
They're speaking with Bob and Tom. Hello, Endeavour.
Hello, Spaceship Earth. This is Captain Thompson.
Hey, Captain, how are you?
Captain, how are you?
We're doing great. We doing a lot of experiments up here.
Yeah, we're just reading about the one involving the frog.
The South African clawed frogs. The eggs are about to hatch any moment now, aren't they?
I'm very excited. As a matter of fact, it looks like they might be hatching about now.
Oh, good.
You people might be the first ones on Earth to hear what's going on.
Well, great.
There they come.
This is exciting.
Some little critter coming out of there. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, God! Oh, help me! Oh,
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
We're hanging out with comedian Dove Davidoff.
So no relationship.
Well, no, but now I find myself in a scenario where you're alone and I'm on the road and you end up with the kinds of people that are willing to just go home with me are inevitably hate themselves to some degree. And so I'm there with a 22-year-old drunk girl. I don't know last time you tried to have a conversation with one of these girls, chick. Mm-hmm. It's a lot like a helicopter's landing in the distance. And every now and then I can make out a word. She's like, dip, 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 American Idol, dip, 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 religion, dip, 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 my mother. I was like, what are you saying? And then she's like, are you too old for me? I was like, am I too old to put this in there? No. Am I too old to pretend I care about whatever it is that's taking place inside of you? Yes. I'm Moses old for this. I'm King Tut old. Then we get back to my house and we finally start operating, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, and then she pulls back. She goes, well, why don't we just be friends? First of all, you're wearing glitter. We got nothing in common. What do you mean, why don't we just be friends? You know, I mean, that's like me pulling into a gas station, like, could you fill it up? We don't have any gas. Why don't we just be friends, man? How random is this? Because we have no basis for friendship. You might as well be a Muslim fundamentalist. You're wearing glitter. Take the glitter off. We'll talk.
Could you do the helicopter sound effect one more time?
American Idol.
American Idol.
The
hills.
Spring break. MTV.
Hi, man. This is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Christy's B.O.
There's Josh Arnold.
Is stronger than... Oh, sorry.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with something about Christy's B.O.
No, Christy always smells great.
Always?
Yeah, we used to sing that song in elementary school.
Oh, you had somebody that didn't always smell great?
You know, this poor kid got labeled.
Yeah, we had one too.
Yeah, Freddie.
Grade school.
Literally, his name was Freddie.
Mine was Stuart.
Freddie's B.O. was stronger than dirt.
We had one worked here, remember her?
Yeah, well, that wasn't B.O., was it?
Okay. Got this
B.O.? It was B.O., Willie.
Got a smelly gal over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
A wafter.
This comes to us from Ken. He said, I enjoy the program. He says, you should know that
Don't blah blah over a compliment.
Oh, no, it's too self-serving.
Well, thank you, Ken.
He goes, I thought you should know that other news media must look toward you in terms of what to broadcast. Now, there's a mistake.
Yes.
This was, I guess, yesterday morning on WGN Chicago. They discussed the underwater kissing record you guys did last week, and they interviewed your hero, David Rush.
Oh.
Who knew that you guys were setting the standards for everyone else in broadcasting? Well, thank you. Thank you, Ken. We appreciate that. Now, we set the standard for many things, including spotty coverage of everything, and, particularly in the world of sports. Yes, what have you got?
It's been announced that the Indianapolis Colts still making some coaching changes. They hired Jim Bob Cooter yesterday to be their new offensive coordinator. And some guy was hired by the name of Manning. No, not one of them. As tight end coach. I forget what his first name is. Chelsea Manning.
Oh, boy. Having some fun over there, Josh.
You know something? I admire the courage.
Boy, Bobby Gaylor used to be the pit bull of comedy. Remember that?
Oh, sure.
Bobby Slayton.
Bobby Slayton. So maybe you could take that over now. I don't know.
No, never from Bobby Slayton.
The Colts landed Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen as their new head coach. And according to reports, Tom Manning has been named tight ends coach. He comes from the University of Cincinnati as their offensive coordinator. All right. And from the NBA, Russell Westbrook wanted to be traded, but he didn't want to leave Los Angeles. So if you do the math.
Let's see, how many other teams are there?
He was playing for the Lakers, and now I guess he could go to the Clippers. That's right. After somebody buys out the rest of his contract to the tune of $47 million. He's owed that on his expiring deal. Westbrook averaging 15.9 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 7.1 assists in just under a half hour on the court. Unfortunately, his shooting percentage is well below 50%. So we'll see how that works out. College hoops, Houston back to number 1 on the men's side. The ladies' side, South Carolina, the Gamecocks, they're back at number 1. And is cockfighting a sport?
To me, it's more of a lifestyle. It's more of a fun thing you do with your pals on the weekend.
I see.
Sometimes you have a sad week, and the only thing you can do to cheer yourself up is watch two chickens just tear each other apart.
Is it me? I really don't. I don't even like to talk about dog fighting, but I don't mind chicken fighting.
You don't mind it at all?
I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, it all bums me out.
It's kind of unnecessarily cruel. But
an Irish inquest found that a man who died in April of 2022 attacked by a chicken. And the chicken had a history of attacking people, according to reports.
According to an Irish inquest?
According to...
No one expects an Irish Inquisition.
An Irish examiner in Cork, Ireland, reported that Jasper Krause was allegedly attacked by a Brahma chicken. That's right. Half bull, half chicken.
No wonder.
Whoa. Let's see. According to the Inquiry, sudden death, April 28th, 2022. Paramedics arrived, but CPR attempts were unsuccessful. The man, later identified as Krause, was on the ground in the kitchen in a pool of blood with a wound in the back of one of his legs. Krause's daughter arrived at the house. She saw blood on the floor, leading right back to the chicken coop.
Oh, boy.
Evidently, Chicky didn't want to train that day. What's the matter?
Well, so here's another case of a very headline here, different story. Man killed by cockfighting rooster.
There you go.
Which seems to be redundant. I mean, can you have a cockfighting hen? Is there a ladies' division?
You know what? Ever since Title IX, there has been a ladies' division. And I just can't believe that we still have to fight against these unprogressives like this.
Educating him once again.
Title IX cockfighting.
In my story, Krause, who was killed by the chicken, evidently, as he was going in and out of consciousness, he kept mumbling the word, rooster.
Now, this story, this took place in Tulare County, California. The rooster had a razor-like knife attached to its leg.
Right. They do that. Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is, in this case, was he training the cockfight for the cockfight, whatever? In this case, they were fleeing the police because they were doing an illegal cockfight, and this guy died from blood loss again. But these particular chickens have this blade attached to their leg. It's unbelievable. Very scary to handle these things.
Is cockfighting legal anywhere in the United States?
That's a great question.
I would say no.
I would say
I would say
probably
no.
Nevada. I mean, if they're allowing the slap fight, it's sort of the same thing.
Oh, well, this is just, this is all how you word things. This is a negative review. Cockfighting consists of strapping metal spurs to the legs of two chickens and confining them to a pit to fight each other to the death. It is now illegal in all 50 states.
Good.
Do they put them, do they
good
put
is
them
right.
in a, is it like boxing? Do they put the cocks in a ring?
I see what you're
So
doing.
is there some sort of
C ring?
like? Is there like an official cock ring that
For the chickens.
Yeah, that they
Yes.
fight in.
I
And if
haven't,
so,
I haven't gone to that yet. You go to that every now and then, you know, to keep
No.
Oh my gosh.
no, it's never looked comfortable. It's never looked pleasurable.
It
All
never
I know
felt
is
comfortable.
Nothing sexy about
You
it.
always get those stories where they had to get the fire department
Yeah.
and some guy with a welding torch. Hey,
What's the purpose?
we got some flammable stuff down here.
It
I think
keeps
it just
the
keeps-
blood in the old hang down.
I've also heard that it keeps you from ejaculating too soon.
Oh, okay.
And didn't we have a story?
Excuse me, I thought we were discussing something
Wait, I thought
a
about
mild
chickens.
case of double entendritis.
And didn't we have a story of somebody put a Super Bowl ring around it and they couldn't get it off? They had to cut it off.
A Super Bowl
Super
ring.
Bowl ring. Boy, I hope it was a guy with
Whoa.
big hair.
It wasn't a real.
I hope it wasn't a kicker.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I can remember the guy's name. It was Nelson Needledick, and he played for the Washington Football
Yikes.
Club.
No, it was a display ring. So
Oh, okay.
it wasn't a ring you wear on your hand. It was.
Okay, here's another one of these cockfighting ring stories.
Cockfighting has been illegal in the United States since 2007. Does anybody want to guess what the last state was to make
Wait,
it illegal?
2000. That's way too recently,
Arizona.
right?
Arizona.
Nope.
California.
Nope. I'll give you a hint. It's Fat Tuesday.
Oh, New Orleans?
New
I mean, Louisiana.
Louisiana, last state to outlaw it.
So you could have been hanging out, listening to the White Stripes on the radio.
Yep.
Not on the classic rock station.
No.
You could have been listening to Britney Spears on the radio at a cockfight in New Orleans in
You
2007.
sure could, and on your way to Mardi Gras. That's right.
Okay, here's another cockfighting bust. In a 150-seat cockfighting theater, it's described as here.
Oh, yeah.
This was in Alabama, where they, wow. According to prosecutors, participants paid $1,500 to fight, while spectators wagered on the birds, which fought with blades strapped to their legs. The defendants also ran 2 large fighting bird breeding businesses. So this bird that killed this guy must have been bred specifically to do this. And you say he had a history of attacking humans.
Yep. They knew about him. He didn't like humans.
Do you wear like chainmail gloves when you're handling one of these roosters? If they've got a razor blade and they just one kick and you're going to get your...
Especially when they're suited up for battle, if you will. They've got the spurs on their little spindly legs.
Can you eat them? Can you eat them afterward?
I don't. Can you eat roosters?
Like shredded chicken?
I don't think you eat roosters. Hens are.
I'm a city boy. How many?
You probably could.
How many eggs a day can you get out of a rooster?
12. That's why they come in dozens.
There you go.
You ever wonder what the great American farmers listen to this show and go, God, are those guys idiots?
Oh,
They are really dumb.
What is that? Isn't there a trick question? A rooster's on the apex of a roof and lays an egg. Which side does it roll down on? Right?
Yeah, I think that is it. You say a hen because then the answer is hens can't lay eggs.
No,
that kind of thing.
roosters can't lay.
Roosters can't lay.
Oh, boy, the farmers are listening.
Not even accountants are thinking we're stupid this morning. Because everybody thinks we're stupid.
Well, that was my bad. I had it backwards.
Oh, you're doing my gig by telling a bad.
I wonder if they name the cockfighting roosters, if they give them
Oh,
cool,
I'm
like
sure.
aggressive names.
I would think.
Sure, because if you're betting on them, presumably they have to have a name.
Because there's got to be one rooster that's like the rooster.
Like the dragon taint.
The cock of the walk, if you will.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, the champion would have to be Mike Tyson.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I think it starts and ends right there.
Boom.
Okay.
Thank you for putting an end to that.
Yes. Wasn't there a movie called Rooster Cockburn?
Sure, Cogburn.
Not Cockburn.
Yes.
It's a little redundant. Peter Cockburn wrote Sliding Down the Banister. You're forgetting.
So anyways, this poor dude gets killed by a rooster.
He's not a poor dude. It's his fault. If you attach the razor to the chicken, it's your fault if the chicken kills you.
Live by the sword, live by the chicken, die by the chicken.
Didn't this guy die in his kitchen?
Yeah, a pool of blood.
Crawled to the kitchen from the barn,
Now, is that part about him whispering every now and again?
It's in, yes, honestly, that's in the story.
Oh, I thought you made
And I laughed real hard at that.
Yeah.
That is awful.
What? I thought you were kidding.
As he was losing conscience, he kept mumbling, "Rooster, rooster."
To make sure everybody knew what killed him.
Go ahead, look it up on Google.
Why
That's the
didn't
story.
he put a tourniquet on and bind? Well, never mind.
Well, maybe you lose. Maybe you get all flustered. You can't. Fight or flight, and you're bleeding out your femoral.
If you Google cockfight death, there are a lot of them in here.
What's the length on a bleeding out femoral artery?
It's not very long. You have a few minutes, right?
7 minutes, 9 minutes, something like that.
Here's one at sorry.
We're talking about roosters. What?
Cockfighting ring. You got to leave the busted in Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
You never heard of that?
Send him to Detroit.
They call it Detroit Cock City. It's crazy.
Oh, that's where that comes from. I've always
Is that one of your favorite songs, Ace?
Yes.
Oh, this is...
You know, you always ask Ace a question, but by gosh, he always thinks it over before he answers. And I like that about him.
Thoughtful man.
Here's a cool one. There's at the cockfighting. There's a photograph of the crowd, and there's a guy in a rooster suit, with a rainbow wig, holding up a sign reading "Foghorn 316."
Oh yeah, that is.
Got to support the team.
Whatever happened to that guy? Didn't that have a bad ending?
He was in jail, right?
I don't know. I just
rock and rollin' or something.
It ended badly. Do we have any more cockfighting news?
No more cockfighting news, but we have a couple of swell world records. I thought we'd take a moment to listen to Pat Godwin and a lovely Pat Godwin song.
Here's another one
from cockfighting.
Sari Pali Ventakswara Rao died when he was slashed by a razor tied to his rooster at a cockfight in India. This seems to be pretty much everywhere. Wow. Yep. Did they let the rooster live?
Probably not.
I doubt it.
They don't.
I feel like if you kill your owner, you move up a weight class in cockfighting.
You should then become an owner.
Mm-hmm. You get to manage your own team.
Hey, I need some new birds in here.
Wasn't there a documentary about a tiger who killed a guy, and there was a uproar? They were going to kill the tiger, but nobody wanted. They didn't want to let him kill. Well,
I think bullfighting. I think if the bulls should be allowed to, if they kill the guy.
Yeah, they're let free.
Let them free, but they don't.
Yeah, that documentary is called "Save the Tiger," I think.
With Jack Lemmon. Thanks. Pat, what do you feel like doing?
Pat, isn't it? Right now? Something about chickens?
Yeah,
sure.
Do your ghost chickens in the sky.
Yeah,
we like that
a big one.
That is funny, actually. It's not mine.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, we'll let you warm up
Think
over
about
there,
it, okay.
and then we'll get back to some more cockfighting.
His aura's not right, Tom.
Let me check the temperature of the room.
He's not feeling it.
Not feeling it.
He insists he's not a diva, though.
Now, if you were listening to our description of cockfighting, it would have sounded a lot better if you were listening in those delightful Raycon earbuds, the best earbuds that cost half as much. What? Tell me more, Chick.
Raycon 2023 is sitting on most of our heads. That's right, and you can make it a little easier getting through this upcoming year with premium audio from Raycon and the perfect price point. You can build great habits without breaking the bank. Are you looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, low latency gaming headphones, a speaker with a battery that lasts all night long at your next party? Raycon's has you covered. And listen to me, Raycon started around half the price of other premium audio brands. You'll love your Raycons just as much as we do, and Raycons wants to make sure you feel great about your purchase. They do have an easy peasy lemon squeezy free return guarantee. And I ain't even mentioned they have 3 customizable sound profiles. Also earbud tap functions, noise isolation, awareness mode. And if you're ready to buy something small with a big impact, go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off your Raycon order. Buy one as a gift and one for yourself. That's buyraycon.com/Tom, and you score 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
This is interesting.
What?
137 people were arrested after a raid in a cockfight in Arkansas. By the way, they also they didn't arrest. They confiscated 200 roosters.
Whoa.
137 people at a cockfight.
That's a good crowd.
That's a better crowd than the Pistons get in Detroit on any given night. That is not a great crowd fan base, you see.
That's a bigger crowd than that one comedy promoter gets, you were telling me.
Okay, we'll find out more about that when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
When the king goes out at night alone, she calls her back door man, and I've got a key. I'm good at building temple, but I'm better in the bunk. Late at night she calls me to electrify the funk. I said a queen, she grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. I said a queen, she grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. She's got the king for the money and me for the show. Dance, monkey. I'm her number one servant and I'm always good to go. Daytime, nighttime, anytime. That fact that's always easy, don't keep her satisfied. I'm slim, trim, trembling, and shady on the side. I said a queen, she grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. I said a queen, she grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. This is the mummy ride. Hey. Mommy raw. Break it down. Now, Bobby, Tommy. Yeah. There comes a point in a man's life where he has a fever. And the only thing that can cure that fever, the only prescription, is a little cow belt. So without further ado, America, Bob and Tom, I give you the cowbells. All right. Don't try this at home, ladies. It's difficult. Watch out. Stuntman at work. All right. Look, Ma, no hands. Look at that. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I still got a fever. And I need more cowbell.
mummies with cowbelts on. There are no hands being used here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah! Hell yeah! I say, come here, boy. Come hither, come hither, come here, boy. Come hither, come here. She said, come here, boy. Come hither, come hither, come here, boy. That fat cat's always lazy, eating people satisfied. I'm a slim, trim, laying shady on the side. I say the queen, they cruise me all night long, my fucking little baby. I say the queen, they cruise me all night long, my fucking little baby. I say the queen, she cruise me all night long, my fucking little baby. I say the queen, she cruise me all night long, my fucking little baby. Check it out.
Wow!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
The band is Here Come the Mummies, and if I could, if I could break it down for just a second, I wanted to mention
Cowbelt.
The cowbelt. For those of you listening,
Wow!
I'm unfamiliar with it. It's a very unusual instrument. It's actually.
Please tell me that's patented somehow.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, baby!
It's worn much like
a evil genius.
It's worn much like a codpiece.
Yes.
And then one has to rotate.
Well, you have to thrust.
It's all about the pump and thrust.
That's it.
Bobby Tommy.
A year. It's been a nonstop barrage of questions, and it's a question that's the opposite. Why are we going to the park? Well, because it'd be fun to go to the park.
No. You know why? You know your answer? Because
I said so.
You know,
because.
I found myself saying that. I'm like, I'm not going to say that. And now I'm like, because Daddy said so. That's why we're going there. And they're the worst know-it-alls because their knowledge base is almost zero. Like, he doesn't know anything. And he questions everything. Like, I'll be reading him everything's a challenge. Just like, and then the jaguar walked through the forest. That's a tiger. No, it says jaguar.
Nope, it's a tiger.
Yeah, they're like, you're wrong. I'm like, okay, let's play a little game. Raise your hand if you have a degree. Oh, this is embarrassing. I graduated on the dean's list. You can't wipe your own butt. That's a jaguar. This is a winner. Next story.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh yeah.
You just ruined it. More details on that coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
I've enjoyed your chicken program.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Maybe we'll get a song out of Pat this break if his aura is right. We'll see.
You know, Pat, you should just don't play anything this morning. Just keep it. Seriously. Do you think any of these folks deserve it?
No.
Here in this room?
No. It wasn't the material. It was the temperature of the room that bombed my song. Is that right, Pat?
That's usually the material.
Go on strike. I got your back.
There's Ace Cosby.
I can use the money right now, so please go on strike.
There's Willie.
That's not how strike works.
I'm Chick McGee. Happy Fat Tuesday, Tom.
Thank you very much.
I believe Jess Hooker, she'll join us in a bit, had brought in a king cake.
And what's the deal with the king cake?
You don't know what a king cake is.
I don't know what a king cake is.
Isn't there a little plastic baby in it?
Yep.
Yeah, and if you eat the baby,
you don't eat the baby.
King baby is what it's called.
Is it good luck if you when they cut your piece if the baby is in there?
What does it mean if you get the baby?
It means 4 more weeks of winter.
It means 18 more years.
18 years of financial crisis.
King cake, also known as Three Kings cake, is a cake associated in many countries with Epiphany. Its form and ingredients are variable, but in most cases, often said to represent the Christ child is hidden inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you get it, you get a prize, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've heard of a cakewalk, right?
Sure.
Where you walk behind people and you
get to land on the number when the music.
You land on the number. You
loved going to the cakewalk at.
How does
setting myself up?
I don't know how this works either. Tell me about how a cakewalk works, will you?
Well,
you never gone to a cakewalk?
Every summer at our church picnic there was a cakewalk.
Yes.
And there's a table there. People bring in their cakes and their baked goods. And my gosh, before that cakewalk starts, there, Tommy, you walk over, you look, you go, You know,
I want that.
That's the one I would take. I would pick this. Anyway, there's a big circle of, when we did, there was a big circle of numbers laid out on the ground. Music plays.
It's like
musical chairs.
Yes.
Yes. And then when the music stops, nobody's eliminated. You're just stepping on a number. And then a number is drawn. And if it's your number, you get to go pick a cake.
Pick a cake. Yeah.
And so when you were last, you got something crappy like angel food.
I love angel food.
Practically a vegetable.
Delicious.
It's delightful.
The least cake there is.
A key lime. Oh, no, that's a pie.
Well, sometimes there would be pies or brownies or muffins.
People are bringing muffins to the cakewalk?
Sure.
What is this?
So
you don't like a muffin?
There needs to be rules in society.
They have Rice Krispie treats, cookies. I know you do.
Could we, when the phrase someone says, that's a cakewalk, meaning something is really easy. That's how
exactly.
Because what? Because
there's always a winner. You always win.
Yeah.
I see.
It just depends on when you win.
All right. Well,
now, don't look into the history of cakewalks. It's not pretty. But
speaking of winning, time now for a little surprise.
Oh.
Before we get back to cockfighting.
Who'd rather talk about cockfighting?
I think you'd just give me a second. I think you're going to like this. Here we go. Stand by.
That's our surprise?
Pretty jazzed up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know how you say you need to save money right now? Whoever you paid to do that, don't pay him. Go ahead, just get rid of that guy.
It cost me $250,000.
If it ain't broke, I'm going to fix it, Tommy.
I thought it was kind of funky and fun.
Just kind of trying to shake it up a little bit.
No.
It's funky and fun, but I don't think that we need to fix that. We had the auto-tune version.
Yeah.
That bombed.
No, not like this.
This is better than that.
Let's try it again. Ace, you ready?
No.
A man walks into a bar.
Uh-huh.
He is eliminated from the limbo contest.
Ah, of course he would be.
I see.
See, Christine seemed very enthusiastic.
I see is much better than a laugh. Any comedian will tell you that.
The phrase, I get it.
Why are you...
That'll be on the merch.
Why are you fiddling? You're fiddling with stuff. First of all, you cut the intro in half for no reason other than I think it's too long.
Well, you know the motto around here. If it ain't broke, fix it.
Fix it. And now you're doing this with Ace's music.
Just minutes ago during the break off the air, you were talking about you like the old boards at the airport.
Right. So, in other words, keeping it
kept that, yeah.
Okay. Message received.
Oh, by the way, Tom yesterday was at an airport, and apparently what was your problem? The arrival departure board was too small.
Well, I went to check on a flight, and it was no longer on the board.
So that means it's been canceled, or then
I went online, and I found that the flight had arrived a half an hour early.
Oh, my gosh. You were there late to pick somebody up, huh?
Now, is anybody else thinking he had the time wrong and he just got there late?
No, it arrived a half an hour early. Apparently, there were heavy winds. And
blew him right in.
But Josh had the angle on this.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
Tom wasn't even at the airport.
Or at the wrong airport.
Bus station.
It says here that flight arrived early. Sir, this is Arby's.
My money's on he was at a Jiffy Lube. Why are all these cars parked in here? Boy, that must be preferred
Tom,
parking.
it's possible that airports in the future, in the near future, won't even have those anymore because everybody
on
will
your
be
phone.
receiving.
Oh, absolutely.
FlightAware, don't you use FlightAware? You know exactly where the plane is all the time.
FlightAware?
That's how I finally found it. I looked on and the flight's already here.
Yeah, FlightAware.
It was supposed to be, but great. I'm glad it was here. Everything was safe.
Yeah, that's a pleasant surprise.
Okay, Ace, let's try one more. You ready?
No!
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice?
That's my least favorite.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
Bad intro, bad joke. Hey, Tom.
Yes.
All these years I've been thinking the dryer's shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
I do like the that stab at the
sure. See, that's a thinker, Christy.
Yes.
See, the dryer's not. In other words, Ace's clothes aren't shrinking. Yes, yeah. We can all
especially after the dud, that overzealous DJ. That is bad.
All right, he thinks he's killing it. Yeah.
What do you think?
It turns out it was the refrigerator.
Yeah, he's getting
He's
fatter.
eating all the time.
He's eating, and it's
making his clothes smaller.
That does make.
Those are certainly words said together.
I didn't want to ask, but I thought it would only prolong it.
Yeah.
I almost came up with a fake laugh, so we get it right through.
Okay. All right. I'm so sorry. Now, you have, once again, cockfighting in sports today.
Cockfighting. This is from Chris. He's attended cockfights, and apparently you haven't lived until you've had to give CPR to a rooster to keep him alive so he can continue to fight. Oh, apparently this is a thing.
Oh.
Wow. Man. You get out there and...
Then you know what? I haven't lived.
Evidently.
According to
I don't think I want to live.
CPR to a rooster.
How do you do that?
Well, you got to open his beak and then beat on his breast.
This cockfighting appears to, judging by when I Googled it, this is worldwide.
And you can indeed eat roosters. My grandfather would buy a capon, a castrated rooster. Oh. He'd buy one for Christmas. Well, that's nice.
But apparently at the cockfights, someone described it as a pile of feathers and dead birds.
Well, it's the same thing out back of a chicken restaurant.
Yeah, oh yeah. You look at the back of any chicken restaurant, it's just
KFC dumpsters.
It's awful.
Lousy with beaks.
Oh, lousy with them.
Yeah, but this guy was just a spectator at the cockfight, and he got killed.
That'll teach him.
Yeah, I guess.
I always wanted a necklace of chicken beaks. I think that would look cool.
What?
A necklace of chicken beaks?
Can you use them for spells or something?
Maybe,
that seems,
probably.
Wait, like how people have a shark tooth necklace? You want the chicken?
So you're saying
because my name's Chick.
If one of our friends in the farming community would make you a chicken beak necklace, you'd wear it?
I will wear it for one show. Yeah,
the entire show.
The entire show.
I'm now begging
a necklace of chicken.
Someone to make a necklace of chicken feet.
Beaks.
Chick, you might be, an innovator on this. I found necklaces with roosters, necklaces with chicken fingers, necklaces with pretty little rubber chickens. There is no chicken beak necklace, my friend.
There you go.
That's because it's insane.
Thank you, Josh.
That'd be smelly.
Yeah, there's also not trampolines made out of elephants. Maybe this is for a reason.
I don't know why he thought I said feet instead of beaks, but I'll even wear a chicken feet necklace.
Because remember we ate chicken feet one morning on the air.
What a bad day.
That was ghastly.
Yeah, they were not good.
It's going to smell, Chick. We're all going to need that stuff in Silence of the Lambs that they put under their nose when they were examining that river corpse.
It reaches a point where it doesn't smell, right? If they're curated or cured or something.
Yes. Did you know that cockfights? I've been.
You're fascinated by them.
Turned on by them. Yeah.
I've been all over the internet reading about them. In the Philippines, they're huge. Even though it's illegal, it says rampant across the islands, especially in rural locations. And in the Philippines, there's a famous play-by-play announcer.
What?
At all? Yes.
No.
Yes, his name is Jack Buck.
That's pretty good.
Am I the only one? Ace gives it a so-so.
I want to go on that strike. Godwin's going on now.
The refrigerator comedian gave it a so-so. Hey, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Did you ever see the version of
He didn't hear me.
You ever see the version of Midnight Cowboy with all chickens?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you know the John Voight character.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who was it?
That would be Joe Bach.
Joe Buck.
That's Midnight Cowboy.
That's the same.
Midnight Cowboy, yeah.
That's the same joke.
Midnight Cockboy.
Hey, I'm balking here.
There you go, Dustin Hoffman. Very nice. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Hey, this is Willie Griswold with the Bob and Tom Show here with Kostaki Economopoulos live at Radio Row, and we are joined by Christian Ponder and Isaiah Kavinsky. How you guys doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Good to see you guys. So we have this in common. Our parents went to Florida State.
Yeah, how about that?
I didn't know. So your parents, is that part of the reason you wound up there yourself?
Yeah, so my dad's from a tiny town in South Georgia, 45 minutes north of Tallahassee. He played football at Florida State for Coach Bowden.
Really?
And that's where my parents met. So I grew up in Dallas. but Florida State was the only game that we ever had on Saturday.
That's
so
great.
I grew up a Florida State fan.
I had
so.
some of that too as a kid with the Bowden era.
Yeah.
So wait, what small town? I'm from Georgia.
Cairo.
Cairo, of course.
Yeah, syrup makers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Small world. Yeah. My dad came from Greece.
Yeah.
He came on a Fulbright scholarship, went to Florida State, and then met the wife
That's
there.
amazing.
Yeah.
This is the cutest first date I've ever been to.
Don't be jealous.
Touche. Touche.
I love it.
Texas A&M barged into the rankings after each had a pair of impressive wins last week. On the ladies' side, South Carolina remains number one after beating Mississippi in overtime on Sunday. The Gamecocks have been number one for 35 straight weeks. NBA, Russell Westbrook has been waived by the Jazz and, according to a published report, wanted to stay in Los Angeles. This time, he's going to play for the Clippers. According to reports, Westbrook's agent, Jeff Schwartz, told reporters he'll sign with the Clippers after completing a contract buyout on the remaining $47 million he's owed on his expiring deal. NBA action last night, there wasn't any. Top 25 college basketball, number 3 Kansas over TCU. NHL winners in regulation, Boston, San Jose, Philadelphia, the Islanders, and Winnipeg. And Florida wins in overtime, beating Anaheim. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
When you need relief and you need it fast, eat a bowl of Sphincter Blast.
Hi, I'm Harry Kalanick Jr. for the new high-fiber breakfast cereal, Sphincter Blast. One 10-ounce serving contains more fiber than a log of New England birch firewood. Sphincter Blast. Some cereals shoot for the moon. We shoot for Uranus. Just say to your grocer, snap, crackle, plop. Tell him Harry Kalanick Jr. sent you and watch for my BMTV special. Harry Kalanick Jr. Unplugged. Sphincter Blast in the big brown tapered package. That's, of course, so the box won't slam shut. It may sound corny, but Sphincter Blast is hip, cool, and it's solid.
When you need relief and you need it fast, eat a bowl of Sphincter Blast.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, boys, this is the Pope.
Hey, your pontiffness, how are you?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
I'm on the Pope phone in the Pope mobile.
We were talking about road rage.
Well, you know, you just got to learn how to calm it down.
Uh-huh.
Take it easy. We all are brothers out here.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, idiot, it's the one on the right. You step on it.
Wow, even the Pope.
You know, that's the trick is to just kick back and relax, you know, maybe
Sure.
pick up some tunes or whatever.
Well, you're a very...
Hey, Grandma, it's a green. Hey, the horn blows. How about the driver?
The S word is like my favorite word. I'm starting to see it pop up on TV, and I really wish it wouldn't. Like Spike TV is starting to say the S word.
Oh, really?
A lot, yeah. But this is I I took note one day. I'm like, we use the S word all the time. I don't think you probably use like a dozen times a day and don't even realize it. Think about it. The S. Sometimes you really have to take one. Other times you couldn't give two.
Right.
It could be tough, little, or even holy. You might be full of it, talk a lot of it. You might even have it for brains. It comes in piles, loads, crocks, and big worthless sacks. You're really drunk, your face might be covered with it. Someone may compare your car to a piece of it. Someone may ask you to eat some and then die. You make a bad business deal, it comes on the end of a stick. Ooh, what a treat. But hang on to that stick because it might help you paddle up the creek that's named after it. You're really angry, you might kick it out of somebody. At the very least, scare it out of them. And if you do that, it might come out in the form of a brick. You might get caught in a storm of it, especially if it just hit the fan. The weather outside could be cold as it. A lot of girls I've met are hotter than it. I know a guy who has it for a last name, but I won't bother mentioning him because most people don't know Jack. So, it happens frequently. That's all I'm trying to say. Hey, I got a horn. Awesome.
Mario to Giorgio.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
We'll get a representative. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Turn that music off, Tom.
Turn it off?
Turn that music off, Tom.
Are you okay?
Or you got the music?
I got the music.
Turn it off.
Why?
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah.
It's the Fort Knox 5. There's Christy Lee at the news
Hello.
desk. What's going on there? There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold. Jess Hooker joins us. She's got lots to do. Anyway, she's got a king cake and all kinds of food in the kitchen. He's looking for his mic.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I know. He was accusing me of playing something over here that it was not my responsibility.
But you had to think about it for a minute.
Yeah, he looked to turn it off.
He's like, wait.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, there are more than 200 buttons on this thing in front of me. I know how to work about 4 of them.
Oh.
I do nothing with the buttons. This is the first time I thought Tom controlled that music the whole. I had no idea you did.
He used to, but he kept forgetting to play it.
Yeah. Remember
That's
when we had the 12-minute, used to have the 12-minute introductions? You remember those days.
Okay.
Chick, do you hear how he said, I have 200 buttons? Like, we put the buttons there?
Yeah, it's our
None
fault.
of us want you to have one button.
Yeah,
And
we don't want you to have anything.
Look at all these things.
You know what they told me in broadcast school? If you can learn to run one board, you can learn to run all the boards. That's what we call a control board.
True.
You know what I told myself?
Oh,
Don't ever learn how to use one of these, because if you do, they'll get rid of the engineer. You'll have to do it yourself.
Yeah. Far too important.
Well, you used to host a real radio show. You had to use a board, right?
No, there was a lot of what they call dead air. There was a lot of silence. I'd be answering the phone on top of the music.
I came in on a Saturday, and Tom was on the air. Just Tom.
Yeah.
And
playing music.
But the more he had to think, the lower and closer he got to the control board. So he was way down here, and he's cueing the music. Oh, it was a magical time.
Yeah, I did. No, thank you. So let's move forward here. We have something in the world of sports.
Oh, we got Fat Tuesday's what we got. And you don't know what a king cake is. And perhaps Jess could walk us through that.
I don't know what a king cake is either. No, I just brought it. I saw it at the grocery store this morning. They're selling king cakes. It's Fat Tuesday, so everybody be gluttonous and enjoy your Tuesday.
It's a religious component to it. It's
it's not just
allegedly
Mardi
the
Gras.
three kings brought a cake to the baby Jesus. I don't know how that happened, but
How'd that last the
This
trip?
is gold.
Tastes like frankincense.
and myrrh, yeah.
Actually, one of them said, "We brought a cake."
Now, I'm confused. So there's a baby embedded in the cake somewhere?
There's a little plastic baby in the cake.
Somewhere?
Yeah,
Jesus.
somewhere. But actually, the directions on this cake said, do not put this baby in the cake. I put the baby in the cake. So good luck, everybody.
Oh, the cake comes with a baby that you can put
a little plastic one, and whoever gets it. I think it was actually about fertility
So do
when they originally
you put the
did
baby
it.
in the cake after you've cooked the cake?
I'm sorry?
You don't cook the baby in
No, you don't cook the baby in the cake.
Because if you did, I assume you'd get some kind of poisoning from the plastic.
Yeah, well, it would melt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's just a little plastic baby you shove from the bottom in there so nobody can see where it is. You don't know.
And then the person that gets is there some kind of warning? Do not swallow the thing. I mean,
don't eat the baby.
The baby Jesus is placed inside the cake to signify the Epiphany. The person who gets the slice that contains the baby is known as the king. They are charged with the responsibility of bringing a king cake to the next event.
What? You're the king and then you have homework?
Yeah, ridiculous.
You should be the king and then you get to tell everybody what they have to do the whole night.
They should all bring you cakes,
exactly.
right?
I had an epiphany that I never will forget it. Tom's an idiot. It was my epiphany.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm kidding.
Have you heard about Chick's new he wants to, we were talking about cockfighting because some poor idiot got killed by his cock. That's happened in many ways over the years.
Responsible for many
life,
the number of guys who got killed from their cocks.
Yeah, I mean, those cocks just can't think.
No.
He was his leg that was sliced by a chicken, and the guy bled to death in his kitchen.
Oh, wow.
But we were talking about cockfighting, and Chick wants to get a necklace made out of...
Well, first I said chicken beaks, and just around the, like shark teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then you brought up chicken feet, and I realized that maybe chicken feet are easier to get than chicken beaks.
I know those are part of some voodoo thing.
You can use the beaks. Then you could have a crown made of chicken or rooster beaks.
Wait, what would that make him?
A king peckerhead.
What an honor.
We got the king cake.
I feel like you're making fun of my swell idea.
I think if you were the king peckerhead crown all morning long.
Oddly enough, that's not the worst thing anyone's ever called me.
Bow to King Peckerhead.
King Peckerhead.
As spoken.
Okay. Guess what time it is?
What time is it?
What time, King Peckerhead? That's right. It's happening without the crown.
That's the kind of nickname that'll stick.
You know what? You're right. I've been there. I take it all back.
Oh, here comes King Peckerhead. The Guinness World Record for the largest... Now, I believe we had trouble with this category before, and I think Josh was the one that was very upset, and I agreed with him. The world's largest pizza party.
Okay. In
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Scott Anthony, mornings in Tulsa. Owner of Punxsy Pizza, that's Punxsy, Punxsy Pizza, and treasurer for the Organization of World Pizza Champions.
Whoa.
He's doing good work.
Helped organize the record attempt that aimed to raise money for Make-A-Wish. The attempt took place in Tulsa, where local pizza chain Andolini's provided the pizzas for the event. Pizzas. There should be one big pizza for the pizza party.
No, this is the thing. It's
to beat the record, each participant had to consume 2 pieces of pizza and drink a small bottle of water. Drink it. A total of 3,557 people participated in the event. Thus, a new world record, Tom.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those low-effort world records. Hey, we're going to get 3,000 people. We're going to eat a couple pieces of pizza.
Right.
Maybe they should have separate categories for the ones that are like death-defying. No one gets hurt at a giant pizza party.
So you're saying there should be a Guinness Extreme?
Yeah. Now,
I saw a fight break out at a showbiz. Well, not showbiz. It's Chuck E.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The guy wouldn't sell me. The guy wouldn't sell me more. This guy wouldn't sell him more than 2 beers. And
well, good.
The guy was trying to explain to him, hey, I'm the adult here. I can monitor my own beer intake, buddy. I don't care if you listen to me on the... You know what I'm trying to say.
Sure, yeah.
No, it was very
so it's the world's biggest pizza party.
That's what they're saying.
Josh, didn't you once run for office on the pizza party ticket?
That's right. I felt that there was too much division between those who enjoy thin crust and thick, and I was going to bring them together by creating a thick crust pizza, and one of the toppings, a thin crust pizza.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
That's positively brilliant.
But I slept with 7 interns, and my campaign was considered over at that point.
Right now, I want to remind you that when the show is over, Chick McGee's going to go to his pad.
Yep.
His
compound.
They still use the word crib. Is that still happening?
Why not?
Your crib.
When have we ever been that hip? Go ahead.
I'm not so sure that was all that hip. Your crib, and you'll be protected because you've got Simply Safe Home Security.
That's right. You do everything to protect your family. Of course you would. That's why we recommend the design-it-yourself, do-it-yourself home security system. It's Simply Safe. They make it oh so easy to protect every inch of your home. Simply Safe, designed with cutting-edge security technology and powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. An emergency? Well, Simply Safe's professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence, verifying the threat is real, and you get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring under $1 a day, less than half the price of other traditional home security systems. You can lock and unlock your door, access your cameras, arm and disarm from your smartphone with the Simply Safe app. And, oh, by the way, CNET just named Simply Safe their editor's choice pick. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. SimplySafeTom.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's SimplySafeTom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Check the reviews. Don't just listen to us. Simply Safe is great. And check me. How many cameras do you have?
10.
10.
I added one.
Oh, it's like the Super Bowl coverage.
Actually, I watched this British procedural about a guy who was killing people, and he knew where all the cameras were. So he'd go to what they call the dead spot, where the cameras couldn't see. And
that doesn't exist at your place.
That doesn't exist at my place because I saw that and I go, well, they're not getting me.
I see. Good. Right. Well, yeah, paranoia. It's always good to have.
Good a reason as any.
You know, I've got plenty of it.
Oh yeah.
Right now, there's a guy in a slab that wasn't paranoid enough. Coming up in sports.
Another world record.
Okay. Also, we have Idris Elba. We got meteorites in the news, Pat.
Okay.
Tune up your guitar for that one.
All right.
And we have Wienermobile news. This is very exciting. Did you hear about what happened to the Wienermobile?
I did. Are things rectified?
Potentially.
Okay.
Potentially.
Okay. Word rectified always makes me laugh.
Of course it does.
You want to say rectified?
Yeah. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's baloney in our
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Hey, thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. My name is Mark Allison. Today is Tuesday, by the way, February 21st, if you're keeping track at home. And if you are keeping track at home, you should know that the Bob and Tom store is always open, never closes, and you can find it on the international news wire, the World Wide Web. BobandTomStore.com is where you head to get those Bob and Tom hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts with the Bob and Tom Show logo. And don't forget about the Bob and Tom Show hat. Adjustable and fits any size hat or clothing, sizes small up to 5XL. Again, just go to BobandTomStore.com. And my gosh, treat yourself. You deserve it. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. New court filings show the prosecution in the case of a fatal New Mexico film set shooting has made a stark turnaround that drops the possibility of a mandatory 5-year sentence against Alec Baldwin. The actor-producer's attorney had early objected to the enhancement they said was unconstitutional because it was added after the October 2021 shooting. Baldwin and weapons supervisor Hannah Gutierrez-Reed were charged last month with felony involuntary manslaughter in the shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins during rehearsals for the film Rust. Ramsey Lewis's autobiography will be published this spring. Gentleman of Jazz will trace Lewis's childhood in Chicago's Cabrini Green neighborhood as he took piano lessons and became a performer as a teen. It also looks at the struggles along the way to a successful career. Gentleman of Jazz comes out May 9th. Lewis died in September. And in Poland, a mother of 7 has successfully given birth to premature quintuplets. The 2 boys, 3 girls born through cesarean section Sunday in the woman's pregnancy's 28th week, weighing between 710 grams and 1,400 grams. That's really little, like 25 ounces and 49 ounces. They were all put into incubators and given breathing support, but doctors say they're doing quite well. The mother Hess says she's feeling better than expected. She and her husband have children between the ages of 10 months and 12 years and include 2 pairs of twins. Whew, I'm tired just reading that. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hi, I'm Bert.
And I'm Ellie.
And we're proud to announce our new breakfast treat, Bert and Ellie's Muffin.
The Bert and Ellie muffin is delicious. But don't take our word for it. Here's our spokesperson, Eddie Van Halen.
Hey, thanks, man. Hi, Eddie Van Halen here. You know, I love munching on Bert and Ellie's muffin. In fact, I was just telling my wife, Valerie, Bert and Ellie's muffin is the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Ah, man, this is finger-licking good. This muffin is so good. I just can't keep it to myself. I suggest you eat Bert and Ellie's muffin today. Pick one up on your way home, dude, or stop by Bert and Ellie's spot the next time you eat out. Look for the big pink smiling lips downtown next to the Y.
Thanks, Eddie.
I can't stop mowing down on this thing.
Eat all you want, Eddie. We'll make more.
Bert and Ellie's Muffin. Come by and shove one in your face today. Hey, we'll leave the stereo on for you, and we'll turn it up real loud so you can hear it.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach, so I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And like, look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
I was flying from South Bend to here. I was on a plane this big. It was like a pack of gum with 8 people in it. What happened was we took off from the South Bend Airport Hair Care and Tire Center there. I don't know if you've ever been there. We got halfway here. We had to go back. It's like a 12-minute flight. We had to go back. We had engine trouble. We lost some oil pressure in one of the engines, and they told us about it over the speaker system of the plane, right, which was stupid because they could have just went, hey, we lost some oil pressure.
They just little turn around and yelled at you.
The guy sitting next to me is losing his mind. He goes, hey man, if one of these engines fails, how far will the other one take us? And I was like, all the way to the scene of the crash.
Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Present.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Josh Arnold is here. There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
We've got king cake and radish sandwiches, Tom. Are you going to try a radish sandwich?
Sure. Now, the king cake, this is a New Orleans Fat Tuesday thing?
It's
Mardi Gras, yeah.
Mardi Gras, man. Mardi Gras.
Okay.
You and I should go to Mardi Gras, get some beads, and just hang out.
What are you giving up for Lent?
Self-denial.
There's Ace. Hey, there's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
I mentioned the Wienermobile.
Yeah.
You may recall that someone stole the catalytic converter.
Yes, from
off
the
Wienermobile. Oh, by the way, did you see the story about the guy that was stealing a catalytic converter and the
guy started the car?
Guy started the car and took off.
Oh.
Doesn't end well.
No, I would assume not.
Whoops.
That's a big illegal business, I think.
Yeah.
Catalytic converters.
Yeah.
Well, this guy. In any event, PETA has offered to pay for a new catalytic converter for the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, but there is a catch.
Oh, they have to go to all meatless hot dogs? Is that it?
Yeah. If the company converts it to a vegan hot dog mobile.
Gosh.
You know, we've always said that. We said this a long time ago. We all should have the press agent that PETA has.
Yeah, they're great. They are in the news all the time.
Yep.
So they want the car that's a fake hot dog to be a car that's actually a fake faux meat hot dog?
Yeah.
That's correct. So it would be a fake. I see your point. In other words, it would be fake meat.
Right.
So it would be a car would have a gigantic fake wiener on it. You following this, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
I am.
PETA, once again, as Chick points out, their advertising agency, whatever, they're the best. They're constantly in the news. By the way, the company that makes Oscar Mayer wieners has said no, thank you.
Yeah.
But PETA, you got to hand it to him, Chick. They quote here: PETA would relish the opportunity to help Oscar Mayer catch up with the booming vegan food market.
Now, do they not offer a vegan hot dog at all?
I don't think Oscar Mayer does have one. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But again,
there are many
I'm sure the pork farmers will step up.
Oh, yeah. There you
help.
go.
How much is a catalytic converter for... Does the Wienermobile have a...
What engines in
is
that,
it hard
baby?
to get parts?
Well, you have to take it...
Let's see.
You got to take it back to the dealer.
Yeah, what's the base of that?
I don't think it's hard to get parts. I mean, much like their product, the Wienermobile is all parts. Different parts.
There's nothing wrong. The perfect hot dog.
No,
at
of
the, At
course.
the ballpark. Yes.
No, I have driven. Did you get to drive the
Vortec V8.
Did you get to drive the Wienermobile, Christy? I have driven it.
I've ridden in it. I have not driven it.
Okay.
Was it fun to drive?
Yes. You're driving a giant hot dog.
Does it go fast?
You pull up next to cars, the kids go nuts.
I got a little car sick when I was in it because it was so hot. It was like it was winter out, and they had the heat just blasting. I was like, oh, God, I'm real hot.
Okay, well,
hot dogs.
It sounds horrible, Josh.
Now here's a happy Wienermobile story. A man named this can't be the guy's name.
What?
Penis
Zach Cheese proposed to his girlfriend.
Hello, I'm
with
Zachary
the help
Cheese.
of the Wienermobile.
Oh, how so?
The Wienermobile was present. It pulled up, and he
proposed right there.
Yeah.
Are there multiple Wienermobiles or just
Yes,
the one?
there are multiple
Yes.
Wienermobiles. Because
Think about $36,000 a year driving a Wienermobile. I just looked at
we
it.
raced them. So in any event, I mean, this guy proposed, and I guess they drove the Wienermobile through a tunnel as kind of a preview of his wedding night.
Oh, and then back down again, and then back in.
Yeah. It's
very Freudian.
Very.
How romantic.
Right?
Hey,
No,
you're always
I would
going to
be
remember that.
pissed.
I would be pissed too.
And then he went on a second time, and then it ran out of gas, and he goes, I'm sorry, this never happens. It never runs out of gas like that.
Oh, yeah.
Totally new experience.
This is, hey, look, it's common.
Can you grab
Hello,
It's coming.
Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
I'm good. Could you guys help me with something? What in the name of Alex Trebek's is Wordle? You ever heard of Wordle?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I play it every day. Wordle is it's a word game, Donnie, and you've got 6 guesses to come up with a 5-letter word. It's fun.
Well, a lot of people bragging about it all the time on Facebook. I probably know more about word puzzles than anybody I know.
Oh, really?
And as a proud owner of Verbal Advantage, I once had to read a Sudoku I wrote in front of my high school poetry class. I didn't laugh. I got a C+. Teacher had no idea. She had no idea. It's just white steak lyrics. I swear to God. But I see people all the time bragging about their stupid Wordle scores.
Yeah.
Like they just won Game 6 of the World Series or something. You know? Maybe I should start updating my Facebook regular. How about, I just won solitaire. Here's a picture of me high-fiving myself. You know? I'll probably get hired on by CompuServe. Whatever. It's all politics, man. See, people got a right to be proud, but there's a big difference between I just rebuilt the engine in my 57 Chevy and I just put $5 on pump 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact remains, I also don't understand all them vacation pictures people are putting on Facebook. Way to rub it in. Last vacation we took was Smoky Mountains with my mom, Phyllis.
Oh, very nice.
Well, guess what, Josh? We stayed at a motel where smoking wasn't even allowed.
Oh, yeah.
I swear to God, state law, no smoking in Smokies. Mom Phyllis was so pissed she had to smoke over by the dumpster.
Where the bears are.
So, hey, motel manager, if you're listening, here's a 5-letter wordle for you. Eat me. I swear to God.
That's 2 words, Donnie. It can only be 1 word in Wordle.
Oh, sorry, Tom. How about blowing out your ass? Is that too many letters?
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, it's getting hostile.
Dick bastard.
We got to follow up the cockfighting. This is from Eddie. Dear Chick.
Eddie.
Help me, Eddie. Chicken feet. Eddie says, I'm from the mountains, and chicken feet were boiled and given to babies as a teething ring.
Oh, God.
I would think that's effective.
Yeah, we just cooked chicken feet
Yeah,
for us that
remember
one morning.
Firm, rubbery.
That was
rough.
You know what? I was really furious because I was in Phoenix. You guys had like a delicious cake and pizza day. And every day I'm here for food. It's chicken feet. It's crab whiskey. It is the grossest stuff whenever I have to eat anything.
You get to eat cake today, Willie.
Okay, thank
And
you.
radish sandwiches, though.
Radish sandwiches? Yeah.
We're going to try them. Now, Christy Lee, you mentioned
orphanage meal.
This is Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday.
Correct.
Which means
Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday.
Is that the first day of Lent?
Correct.
And then how long does that go?
41 days.
Okay, are you giving up something for Lent?
I don't know yet.
Church.
No. Actually,
Already
it's
gave
funny
that
to
up.
bring. I actually am going to be going to church. That's kind of one of the things.
I'm giving up for Lent. I'm just giving up.
You know, there's a freedom to that.
Yes.
Just giving up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ace, is this, when do you start your all pizza every day thing? Is that
March?
Next
March, the
Wednesday.
entire month of March, you're going to be eating nothing but pizza.
Yep.
Every meal.
I've been getting suggestions via
Internet?
email
Yeah.
from places that ship their pizzas out, and they're the best ever.
Okay.
And I'm paying for this.
Yes, you are.
Who's monitoring
Do you have
this?
a budget?
I guess I am.
Okay.
Is this healthy?
Okay, be careful here. I don't want
Do we have a budget?
$80
Yeah.
Chicago-style
Yeah,
pizza
you
being
need to
hand-delivered by the
Set
chef.
him a budget.
I think that counts.
One realism, yeah.
What about once a week he can get like a treat pizza, like take out really good pizza, but besides that, it's got to be frozen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, no, you can
fresh.
get pizza delivered, pizza to go for sure.
Yeah.
But you got to keep a logbook.
I will.
When it's all done, I want you to be able to say, this is the best frozen pizza, this is the best pizza delivered to my
Who
house.
came up with this idea?
Ace.
Ace did. Yeah.
Do we really
No,
want him
it
to
was totally Tom's
eat
idea.
pizza?
This was not totally Tom's idea.
He does.
Your idea.
I was contacted by someone that with a clearer head that said
medical professional?
Ace does have to sign off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, your bowels, you may want to also have a little Metamucil on the side, or you're gonna,
Yeah.
There are all kinds of different pizzas, though. He could get a veggie
I found
pizza.
some
He could
breakfast
get,
pizzas.
He
get
could.
breakfast pizza. You could get pizza without cheese.
Third weekend, you're going to be standing by me in the hospital waiting room. How long's he been in the coma?
Yeah, we lose him. We're in trouble.
I don't know.
You know, I think this is how he wanted to go.
Yeah.
Eating pizzas.
Throw in a hot nurse, we got it.
Throw it out. Hurts.
I'd like you to meet Dave. Going to be here. I'm
People
gonna-
say I'm hot. I'm kind of embarrassed.
Okay.
Wait a minute, time out. So breakfast pizza doesn't count?
Sure, he can do whatever he wants.
Oh, okay.
Christy, it's every meal.
So as
He's not
long
just
as-
doing one pizza a day. It's,
Oh,
As
okay.
long as it's a crust, right? You
Yeah.
can put whatever you want
I've
on
got
it.
pizza bagels. I've got,
Okay. Okay.
I found a
You're going to end up. It's going to cost you $1 million.
Well, because we often ask this
pizza
question.
bagels are like $3-4.
If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life every day, what would it be? In my case, it would be spaghetti.
Okay.
I could. In the Josh, you said peanut butter and jelly.
yes, but I'm not wanting to do it. But yes.
See, the difference here is, and thank you for underscoring it in your passive aggressive way. Yes, Ace wants to do it.
How would you want to do it? A peanut butter and jelly sandwich for every meal for a week. How about a week?
I'm just not interested. I like having 2 feet.
You're not a fan of neuropathy, huh?
Wow, 2 feet. I can barely handle the one that I've got.
If you're a 1 foot guy, you might sell more tickets on the road. It could be kind of like a fun little freak show.
You could go on stage.
Stop.
Look at Josh Hoppin' Arnold.
Quiet, clip clop, clip clop. There he is, one-legged. He's not got a leg to stand on.
There was a comedian that had one.
Going to the stage, Hoppy Arnold.
Yeah. For my merch, I'll just sell some of my old right shoes.
I think this is a winner.
No, so No, the idea is that Ace is actually going to try this, eating nothing but pizza for a month.
Yeah.
And we'll...
Yeah, that's next Wednesday that'll start.
Do we need to have some kind of monitoring of some professional cholesterol?
We're going to have somebody live at his house. You watch him?
No, but we should take your blood pressure every day just to see what happens.
When Morgan Spurlock did the documentary Super Size Me, he had a doctor with him all the time. Yeah.
We had a bigger budget than I've got.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have opened your trap then.
Okay.
You're already committed to it.
All right. Well, Pat, are you ready with your song?
My song? Which song would you like? Something about chickens?
Once again, it's the old lady at the grocery store. Oh, I need to pay? Okay, hang on a second.
Well, speaking of chicken beaks and chicken... Trucker lost chicken nuggets on the road a little bit ago, and the song went something like this. On the road again. Chicken nuggets spilled on the road again. They're made of chicken beaks and parts of their rear ends. Spilled chicken nuggets on the road again. A trucker lost his load again. Last week it was pigs that flew out of their pens. Now it's the breaded flesh of tasty plumped up hens. They're out there cleaning up the road again. On the road again. I told my son his favorite meals on the highway. 40,000 pounds of them. So they're only serving fish for lunch at school today. Like it's a Friday. On the road again. Some poor bastard's getting towed again. Chickens, turkeys, pigs, and all our furry friends are splattered all over the road again.
Very nice tribute to chicken nuggets all over the road. As we return to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Yeah. Stupid world record. Oh, wait a minute. Not yet. This is an email. Dear Chick and everyone else other than Tom.
Okay.
I'd just like to point out and let everyone know that if you're not listening to the Bob and Tom 24/7 app, you're missing out on hilarious moments like the sports update this morning. And I don't know why Mark left this in. I thought he was joking, but that Chick gave us this morning the sports update. When he goes to read the NBA scores from last night, he goes, "There wasn't any," and crumples the paper up in disgust.
Yeah.
That actually happened because I forgot it was still All-Star break.
It's funny, though. I'm glad he left that in.
I immediately spit out my energy drink all over my computer after hearing that. Keep up the good work, Chick. And Tom, please stop trying to reinvent the comedy wheel. Oh, that's hurtful.
Wow.
I feel like you could have left that part off.
Yeah, probably.
To read that.
You would have never
witless
heard that. That's from Jay in Piqua, Ohio. And dear Tom and Chick, I'm not a fan of Frank Langella. I don't dislike him. He's just always meh. But I heard Tom mention the book, and it wasn't until Chick mentioned it that I decided to buy the audio version, and I love it. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
so there you
drop names. It's a great book.
Drop names. Frank Langella spending a week in Antigua with Jackie.
Oh.
Yes, this Jackie. Okay. Stupid world record. A man with the world's longest tongue has once again made headlines. This time for his... I have the ladies' attention. This time for his unique painting skills.
He paints with it?
Nick Stolberl holds the Guinness World Record for the longest tongue male with a tongue that measures 3.97 inches long.
Remember this guy? Yes.
Yeah.
So is that from the base or the back?
I don't know where you measure.
I don't know where. From the back.
I'm not sure, but if you see a picture of the guy, it's kind of like Gene Simmons, where it sort of emerges
gotcha.
and then
it's
kind of,
really long, big,
and
wide,
gets thin, and then there's like an extra tongue on the end of the tongue. It's huge.
Do we have a drum roll over there?
There you go.
Holy hell!
So he uses it to paint?
Oh, he's wiggling it.
God, that's
yeah,
gross.
he really moves, shows it around. Look at her. She can barely speak.
Oh, he's going to show us how he's painting with it.
He puts saran wrap on it.
She really does look like she's fallen in love. So I thought that I would try it, but I'll put cling film on it so that way it's safer to paint with.
And
sort of paint on the saran wrap around his tongue.
Do we have a drum roll over there?
It's a gray paint. Look, he's made he drew them. He painted them.
Yeah, it's kind of a primitive drawing, but he did it.
Bad for
we could all do that.
Don't you think with that size tongue, he'd have to talk like this? On the
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm a real pleasure to be here.
Have you guys seen the TV show Lost? It's great.
Okay, are you ready?
No.
Nick has earned the nickname Licasso.
Licasso.
How do you spell it?
Like Ted Lasso?
Oh, no, like Picasso.
Licasso.
So it's Licasso.
No, you're making a gag.
Yeah, it's not.
No, but it's spelled Lickass.
So it's Picasso. You don't say Picasso.
That's my favorite painter, Picasso.
But I'm sure there's a sphere. There's a Venn diagram, if you will, that the Licasso is probably quite popular in.
Yeah, the kids like it. They're talking about it on the rap songs.
Yeah, shower first.
ATM, baby.
Oh, yikes.
What do you think, Tom? Would you enjoy that?
No, thanks.
You're missing out.
I don't understand I don't understand why he's painting. I get the giant tongue thing. Why the painting?
I don't.
Because he can't go down to the lady on TV.
Our next guest.
You know, I've been really looking forward to our next guest.
Settle down, Holly. No, he's wonderful. Here he comes now.
There's some dog trader in the back. I think we're going to bump you to next week. I'm pretty sure this is going to go all morning.
And he's an American. Okay, his
American-made tongues.
He's from Salinas. And I don't know where they start measuring it, but officially it's just a hair under 4 inches long.
They should start measuring it maybe from the lips for how far it's exposed from the mouth.
That would make sense.
Because if you get back down to the root, I mean, boy, that's...
Here we go. This is a different article. This one says, Nick's tongue is so long he can hold 5 donuts on it.
Like 5 donuts? I bet donuts.
The gems. Yeah, the little ones.
Tiny chocolate ones.
Still.
You know,
it's a lot.
Sticking your tongue in one of those is like... It's rather
What?
anusy.
Oh, God.
And center of a
Licasso.
Yeah.
Said anusy.
Okay.
Oh, it is kind of
when we come back, we will... are we done with sports? Give me the teaser. What do you got, Christy?
Shouldn't we be?
We have president's hair in the news in a very interesting way today. We have a meteorite.
John Tyler. Oh, never mind.
What?
The president's hair. John Tyler?
Yeah. No, we don't have. We have an ancient dildo found.
Oh.
Very questionable.
What, did it roll under your bed?
No, it didn't roll under my bed. It's Roman.
It's an analog dildo made from a log.
Would you pass one of those dildos down to your daughters?
No,
Can we move on? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
We have time. Let's get a song out of Mr. Hay.
Yeah.
Colin Hay is our guest. What do you feel like playing, Colin?
Something I know.
Okay. Yes. Well, that'd be good.
I know most of my songs. This is an old song which I like. I'll just play it, eh?
All right.
How about that? I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep. And possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations. I know we'll be all right. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day, it reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Alone between the sheets only brings exasperation. It's time to walk the streets, smell the desperation. At least there's pretty lights, and though there's little variation, it nullifies the night from overkill. Day after day reappears. Night after after night, my heartbeat shows the fear and goes to appear and fade away. I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations that I know will be alright. It's just overkill. Day after day reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear and goes to appear and fade away. Goes to appear and fade away. Goes to appear and fade away.
Wow. Colin, hey.
I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but...
Yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
And now an important message from your friends at Frigamall Orthopedic Laboratories.
Hi, Brenda. Ready to go jogging?
Sorry, Christy. I can't. Didn't you notice I'm limping?
What happened? Did you blow a knee out?
Well, my knees do hurt.
What do you mean?
Well, we were on our way home last night and Bob started feeling romantic, so we pulled down a gravel road. And today, my knees are really killing me.
Girlfriend, I've got just the thing for you. They're called Atta-Girl knee pads.
With their soft, cushiony padding, you can say goodbye to sore and scraped knees. Atta-Girl knee pads fit right in your purse, so you can take them anywhere. Perfect for a Friday night date or that important job interview.
Hey, Brenda, how'd it go last night?
Well, my knees feel great. But, do the Atta-Girl people make lozenges?
You whore.
Atta-Girl knee pads. Order today, and you'll receive a free head helmet. You'll love wearing this stylish tabletop helmet with its flat, level surface, big enough to hold his beer, remote control, and a magazine.
Atta-Girl knee pads.
Protective goggles sold separately.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Are you a computer geek?
No. I see. I didn't grow up with computers. That's why children have the advantage. They slip out the womb. They're born with a password.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at the ultrasound, you see the sex of the child whose internet provider is going to be.
So you're an email guy then?
Oh, no. Well, I check my email. I never get real emails. They're all junk. I got a junk box, and the junk box is like, look, we don't even have time to sort out this stuff. And it's all burn DVDs, lose weight, consolidate debt, and then be like young teen sluts, whores, triple X. Thousands of it. And then I got a weird one in the middle that says, do you need a birdhouse? And I actually got that. And I'm like, who's the birdhouse guy? And then every day I get this email. Jim, do you want to enlarge your penis?
Yep.
And how did I get on the small Willy email list? That is the real question.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a...
.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin. He's in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hi. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
We hijacked the king cake. Josh and I had a piece. I'll have a full report. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Doing some hair homework over here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Hair homework.
We have a news story about presidential hair, and I'd remembered a few years ago I just found it, a story about hair from various presidents that had been put on display.
Mm-hmm. These aren't on display. These are going to space.
Yeah, and before you get to that, let me just read a little bit of this. Drexel University, the Academy of Natural Sciences there, showcased locks of hair belonging to several American presidents, including George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, John Quincy Adams, and Andrew Jackson. The specimens had been collected by an attorney in Philadelphia and were given to the museum after he died in 1860. Isn't that, what a weird
thing to collect?
How would you go about getting them?
Well, how would it be? How do you know it's real?
Yeah, like didn't Washington wear like the British wigs that they wore in Parliament? Didn't he always wear the fake hair?
Well, they had hair
underneath it, but still, it.
Maybe it's not hair from his head.
Junk hair.
Well, I mean, this is, it's super interesting. And then I found another. Yeah,
this is
for a guy that's fascinated by hair, it's interesting.
Super interesting.
He had some Lincoln hair, but they couldn't display that it was all kind of matted.
Yeah, bloody.
It looked like it was bloody.
What would, I think that would ask when we get to tell them about what this news story.
Locks of hair from George Washington, John F. Kennedy, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Ronald Reagan are going to be sent into space.
Eisenhower?
He's a famous baldy, isn't he?
He was bald.
That's what I thought.
He had hair on the side.
A little on the side. Come on.
Celestis, a Texas-based company that specializes in space burials, announced the initiative President's Day yesterday. It said it will launch, quote, what we believe to be authenticated DNA of the former presidents into space aboard a United Launch Alliance rocket later this year.
Let's not shoot DNA into space. We're just asking for alien interference in some way. My God.
Flight dubbed Enterprise will also carry some of the cremated remains.
And a rental car.
Of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, along with other cast members from the 1960s television series. According to phys.org, the ULA Vulcan rocket is to deploy 2 satellites, send a private lunar lander to the moon, and then launch the payload of hair samples and remains into deep space.
And which presidents is it again?
George Washington,
long story.
JFK, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Ronald Reagan.
No Bill Clinton?
No,
Bill
why?
Clinton.
Because, well, they were going to send DNA from Bill Clinton, but she claimed the blue dress. Wow.
Now, didn't
Monica Lewinsky apparently off the...
Didn't they used to shave all their hair off their bodies back in George Washington Day because of nits and lice?
Yeah, I think isn't that where the merkin thing came from?
Sometimes they
Do they still make merkins?
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially for movies these days.
You can go.
You answered too quickly.
No, we talked about it before.
You got a merkin guy. You got a merkin
No,
guy.
you go online and a merkin is a pubic wig.
Right.
You know a merkin merchant? He's got a merkin merchant.
You got a merkin merchant.
From
He's
Maine.
got a merkin
From
merchant.
Maine merkin merchant.
He's magnificent.
You said they had hair from JFK?
Yes. Here we go.
They just got that off the back of the convertible.
How would you go? At what point do you go about getting that? How does that
Says
work?
hair samples of the 4 former presidents were gifted by an anonymous donor and accompanied by a certificate of authenticity.
I've
which,
got
of course,
this hair.
we all know.
What's your name again? L. Oswald. Here you go.
I mean, at some point, as the president walk in, listen, we got this issue. These appear to be giant missiles that the Russians are parking in Cuba. And by the way, before we get to that, can we cut a lock of your hair off for some lunatic in the lobby? That's.
By the way, Mr. Oswald, I saw you get shot on live TV. Yeah, it looked real, didn't it?
Yeah, wasn't that good?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah,
Rick Baker did the chest.
He wore a squib and everything.
I'm just curious as to how they happen to have it. That's all.
It is weird.
Maybe it's the same guy.
Why waste the money to send this stuff into space? What do they do? Why?
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Well, that's this organization. I believe you can pay to be part of the payload.
No, why don't you talk about the space program like you do about our legislators? Apparently, the space program is done. They're out of experiments.
No, this is a private. This is a private company that's doing this.
Yeah.
Called Celestis.
How are they making money? How are they making money?
They charge you for that.
They specialize in space burials.
The presidential hair.
This is a
and they also are sending 2 satellites, a private lunar lander to the moon.
I thought you were going to say lunatic.
So they do more than just burials. So they make
the only way
money.
I'd do it is if they were shooting my whole body into space.
Are you alive?
And then I'm just floating there. Yeah. No, dead. After I die, I want my body to be sent into space. The whole body. I just want to be space junk. So every now and again, somebody on the space station looks out and goes, "Oh God!" This is me. Wide-eyed and
are the sci-fi movies right? Like you freeze immediately and
probably.
Yeah.
So is there a chance that like a meteorite hits you and just your right arm just goes?
Yeah.
And then you're just
because chick, it's cold. It's like. I think it's like 25 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's cold.
Really cold.
You gotta wear a sweater.
25?
Up there.
Yeah, man. It's like...
Okay. All right. Well, I thought it was kind of a fun story. Presidential hair collectors.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry. It's okay.
It's no cockfighting death, but...
Hey, let me tell you something.
Authenticate the hair, though. Do we have DNA of all of our presidents?
I hope.
I think we do. Yeah, there's a clearinghouse.
And doesn't when the president travels, don't they have his blood type in refrigerator right there just in case?
I would think.
Of course, I understand that.
Oh, my goodness. The baseline temperature of outer space as set by the background radiation for the Big Bang.
Yeah.
Minus 270 Celsius.
Which is 25 degrees Fahrenheit.
Minus 455 Fahrenheit. Or 2.7 kelvins.
Oh, now we're getting Kelvin.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Well, we do have meteors in the news coming up, actually.
Ready, Pat?
I'm ready.
Okay, we got meteors in the news coming up. And do you suppose when you become president, they part of the thing is they take DNA.
And don't they have...
How else are they going to clone them?
And you guys are going to look at me like I'm crazy, but don't they have like a seed warehouse somewhere buried in Montana with every seed...
Right.
That's aware of.
The Ark or something?
Where is it?
In Europe.
I thought it was in Northern American. I think
it's... yeah, you're right. Yeah, every seed known to man.
Yeah, like a corn
Of course they take...
And then the Chinese have the same thing, except it's just polio and smallpox. And
It's in Norway.
Oh, yeah.
COVID-19.
You should see video of the scientists juggling those. Whoops, dropped another one. Oh, well, open the world.
Man, what? Hey, man, why are you so down on China, man?
The Global Seed Vault is in Norway.
Global Seed Vault.
Okay.
They got Kush in there. They got that sweet, sweet Kush.
I don't know about that. I don't know what's in
They must.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Boy,
that's a great question. In North America, is there a marijuana seed, whatever you want to call it, repository?
Can whoever works there, can they tell us they work there, or is it a secretive situation?
Yeah, how does that...
I bet it's
930,000 varieties of seeds are stored there.
Yes, and I know where each and every one is. I catalog them.
So your point then is that they have DNA samples of all the presidents?
Yes.
No, that was Josh.
If you don't think we're not on our fourth Biden, you're crazy.
Well, we have cloning coming up in the news today as well.
You need to watch the movie Moon with Sam Rockwell. It's all there. It's all there.
Boy, that's unsettling.
That's a documentary.
We'll see what's happening when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Let's just move on. How are you? Everything going?
I'm not good. I'm not going to lie to you.
What's the problem?
They're renaming my street. They're renaming my street.
Oh, you see, that's one of my hot buttons.
Let me tell you something. I live on 39th Street. That seems pretty easy, 39th Street.
39.
They're going to rename it Cesar Chavez Street. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know who Cesar Chavez is, but I hate him. Whoever he is, I hate him.
Great man as far as
he was a great
farm workers together. And
well, because I had to study about this. But here's the thing: we say we're going to rename the street because that shows that you love the man or whatever. The thing is, naming a street after something doesn't mean you love it. I don't love the number 39. I just look at it as the least aggressive sexual position.
It is one of the
Here's the
least,
thing
yeah.
about 39 is that it comes after 38 and before 40.
Yeah.
Therefore, making the streets make some sort of sense.
Sure, sure.
If you're trying to get somewhere, if you're on 5th, you know how far 25th is.
Sure.
But if we're just going to start naming them after random civil rights leaders, is there going to be an order to these civil rights leaders? Is there going to be, like, we're going to name them in order of their effectiveness as a civil rights leader? Are they
No.
gonna be
All I know is that Rosa Parks is going to be up front. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I was thinking there's going to be all these conversations with the guys. It's like, I told you, man, I live on Jesus Boulevard. Where are you? You're only to Al Sharpton? You're all the way across town. Okay.
You have no idea. Do you know what's about to happen to you?
No what?
No one's going to be able to find your house. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because of GPS systems.
Yeah.
The reason I know all about this is they renamed a street right near my house, and now no one can find it anymore.
You don't want people to find you.
No, you just have to explain longer. I live on Cesar Chavez, which used to be 39th Street. So when you're coming here, follow all the instructions. So go down 39th Street. Thanks for the pain in the ass.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because somebody better tell my Garmin what a great man Cesar Chavez, because apparently my Garmin eats grapes.
See, exactly.
Wow.
Right now you think this is cute and funny. Just wait.
Just wait.
My first date in 6 weeks, and she ended up in Spokane.
But they do all these different things with streets. I mean, it's like, okay, so you have the numbers, and the numbers make sense. And then also what we do where I live in Portland, Oregon, is that the streets going the other way are alphabetized.
So ABC.
Exactly, which is fine until you're on Kelso and you're looking for Pine and you're trying to figure out how far it is. Like K. A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
M-N-O-P.
I'm a start over guy. I know the alphabet. I just only know it from one
Tom is also.
space.
Augie, we have so much in common. You know what's actually helping me with that?
What?
Texting.
What do you mean?
Because by texting,
you have to find out where the letters are on your numbers.
It groups those letters together. I'm still pretty
ABC,
slow.
click, click, click. C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but
it's just
I'm always doing the same.
I don't have to do that with numbers. I mean, if I'm trying to figure out 39th to 40, I don't start out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I automatically know. And so why do they make us solve these puzzles with our streets? You know, what's going to be next? It's easy. The streets are named after the periodic table of elements in order of their combustibility. What's wrong with you? You're only up to boron? You're not going to be here for a long time.
You idiot.
Hope you got enough gas.
Brilliant.
Augie Smith is our guest.
He stopped breathing, died.
Did he die in the green room?
He died in the green room.
And everybody went home and didn't know that.
And Larry Reed was there, and I was there.
And you didn't know he was dead?
No, I thought he was sleeping.
So you left him there?
We left him.
So you all, the second show, so you all went home?
We all went home. So he's dead on the couch.
So you get a call the next morning?
We get a call the next morning. And Larry answered the phone. We were both staying in the same condo. Larry answered. He just here. He beat me to the phone. He got there. He says, "What? Who? Dead."
That's Larry Reed.
This is all I'm hearing. What? Who? Dead.
That
could be the funniest thing I've ever heard in this room.
If you could do an impression of a guy with 3 words and nail it.
Who? Dead. And I've got this look on my face of Larry like, what? He hangs up the phone, looks right at me and says, "Frickin' Ron's dead."
That's it.
That was it.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
I went to New York because at the time I was married, and, you know, you could work every night and stay home and you try and work on the marriage. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're married. It's not that I'm, like, bitter or anything. It's just I wish I could have rehearsed for living with someone that I was in love with.
Mm-hmm.
different than even a regular roommate, because you move in, you're in love, and then the rules come out. Rules for the bathroom, the kitchen, the suite and low. You know, it's like you get the feeling you don't get divorced because the thrill is gone. It's because you don't know how to stack the tapes right underneath the VCR. It's because you put the spoon in the fork slot of the silverware drawer after having been repeatedly warned. You know what I mean?
Daryl Hammond, disgruntled former husband, and New Yorker is our guest. You're a very well-dressed man. I can't notice
This is
that.
about a $27. Part of my new line of men's clothing for divorced guys called That's Clean.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide. And get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and
donation.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It was a mess. It was a car crash. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Wearing her Mighty ISIS
That's right. I won again.
necklace. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Reading the overnights. There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
We haven't busted out the radish sandwiches yet. You want to
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. There's Ace Cosby. Oh, we have to have him now. You want to hold Ace down and force feed him radish sandwiches?
I'm afraid of Ace.
Maybe not. At last, the truth. There's
He
Willie
scared me this
Griswold.
morning.
He scares you every morning.
What did he do?
He's a
He
lurker.
was here.
You know what?
He's a lurker.
We've got a bunch of lurkers around here, and he's one of the.
I went around the corner.
There he is.
Were you napping this morning?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I got here at 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep, but I took a little 20-minute nap. How'd you know that?
I couldn't.
You weren't here. Your car was here.
Yeah.
He'll never nap again. You know he goes back there and watches you sleep.
Oh, that's funny.
Chick, did you hear crazy? I couldn't sleep, so I went to the office to get some sleep.
Yeah, right?
No, I couldn't sleep. I came here.
Apparently, where I live, there's someone yelling at me that says I'm no good or something. I don't know what the problem
No, I got some work done, and then I took a quick 20-minute nap. But
I applaud you. As we had a news story. You taking 20-minute naps, you're an American hero. Remember that story?
Every day.
I did Wordle. It took me 6 today. It was very scary.
I do the spelling bee.
Do you know?
In the New York Times. Yeah,
I did the New York Times crossword, got that done too. But the point is, Ace is a lurker. I came around the corner, and there's this sort of thing over there in the hallway. It's Ace, just breathing.
What were you doing, Ace, when you saw him?
I was coming around the other corner.
So you were just walking?
You're just walking.
No, he was standing, hiding.
I heard you coming.
He was standing, hiding.
You heard him coming. Now that's what you're doing here at work, huh?
Well,
early.
best way to take a quick nap.
I don't think Ace is lurking. Ace just listens for everybody because he doesn't want to get too close to you. He's a really big germaphobe, and he makes sure there's plenty of space between you when you walk down the hall. Yeah.
When we're approaching each other in this hallway.
Turn your mic on, Willie.
You don't look in front of yourself when you walk.
No, but he's hiding in the hallway.
No, you have to look for Tom. You
I
have
make
to
noise.
look for Tom.
Hey, like a truck backing up so you don't run into me.
Okay, all right, well, everybody's okay.
You should look in front of you when you walk.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's okay but you. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Floyd.
I've enjoyed your germaphobe program.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Thank you.
Laugh at you won't, but we've all got to chip in to flatten this curve. I don't know if Ace has done his joke of the day, but I've got one for you in the kennel.
Oh, let's hear it.
Well, I got to thinking about this tall tale Granddaddy used to tell us. He said there was this old boy sitting at the bar, and night after night he'd notice this real ugly fella sitting in the corner booth, you know. And each night the ugly fella at the booth had a new and different girlfriend he was courting.
Oh, nice.
Well, finally one night the old boy sitting at the bar was so upset he asked the bartender. He said, I don't get it. That fella in the corner has a hot fox with him every night. He said, here I sit alone on my bar stool. I don't get it. He doesn't even have a part in his hair. Bartender said, I don't understand it either. He said, guy comes in every night, orders him a gin and tonic, just sits over at that booth, licking his eyebrows. I don't get it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Floyd.
You know how we did the you make your porn name?
Yeah.
The street you grew up on your first pet or something like that. Well, now there's a new one called Late 1800 Western American Sex Worker.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
For instance, Big Mouth Annie.
Yeah.
Liver Lips Lil. Cockeyed Liz. Dirty Gertie.
Are these legit names?
It's a fun thing, Tom.
Well, how is it generated?
What's the formula?
It's just a list that you have to pick one.
Oh.
Is it like W? If your first name starts with a W?
You know what? Yes, these are actually cataloged in San Francisco as real names. You're making my head hurt, right?
Well, which one would you pick, Chick?
Velvet Ass Rose.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. I got a soft butt.
Who would Josh be?
White Ass Nelly?
White Ass Nelly would be Josh.
Really? All right.
How about
You don't have a white ass. I don't know.
I have
why
no
said
ass.
that.
Christy?
You have no
I got one for you.
Okay.
Pay attention, Tom.
I'm listening.
Here's Christy's name. Short and dirty.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Woo! Hey, how you doing? I'd like a bath and some rye, and it's short and dirty here. I like her. I like her a lot.
Is round-heeled Heloise still around?
Oh, yeah. She's currently with number 28. Just take this 29, wait over there.
What is the generator thing for...
Nellie the pig. Okay. Ragged Ass Annie.
What is the porn name generator? How does that work again?
It's your pet and the street you grew up. Mine was Babette Rushmore, I remember.
Mine was Spats Tree Trail.
Yeah.
So what is it? Again, it's your dog's name?
Your first pet's name, followed by the street name.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's going to be... I'm going to be Duffy Duffield.
Duffy Duffield?
Of course you are.
All right.
My dog was named Duffy, but lived on Duffield.
Just right there, and even the beginning, the creative wit of Tom Griffin.
Not a wit, it's
Duffy
using the
Duffield.
formula.
Mine's not very fun. It's just Vigoro East 71st Street. Not a great time.
Mine's not good
Chick, what would
I
yours
was going to say, you get to pick
First pet, Chick?
Boots Madison.
Oh, nice.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Boots the cat.
Yeah.
Bootsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant cat.
Yeah, Boots Madison, would that be for a male porn star?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Okay.
But
Pat,
wasn't there a adult actress with only one leg?
I don't. Oh, yeah, Eileen something.
No, it was like Peg somebody.
There's a Peg on here. Peg Leg Annie.
It might have been Peg Leg Annie.
Wow.
That cost extra. Pat Gowden, what was yours?
Puccini Oak. My dad
pet
loved
named
the
Puccini?
theater and the opera. Yeah.
Wait
we had a
a
German
minute.
shepherd named Puccini.
Oh, Puccini.
Yeah.
Puccini. Time for your walk.
Yeah, it was
What
weird.
was Puccini?
It was German shepherd, believe it or not.
Don't take this the wrong way, Pat. But did you ever see your mom and dad kiss?
Be nice? No. To each other? No.
Yeah. Okay.
Puccini, take that Bart down to a mezzo piano,
Did
please.
did you have a gentleman always visiting the house, or your father insisted on calling him Uncle?
Uncle Bill? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Your uncle is coming for dinner.
Please be nice. I'll be out with Bob.
Don't embarrass me again, boy.
I'll be back at midnight. Now, Pat, did we decide what you're going to do a song about yet?
Well, we have that meteorite story coming up we talked about. I could do something for Jess for bringing the king cake.
Okay, what do you got?
I got this little intro for her. Here we go. When I was a young man, I never thought I'd see Jess bringing a king cake, a cake for you and me. King cake. How'd you get so tasty? King cake. Whose slice will have the baby? It comes from New Orleans. I got some on my jeans. King cake. There you go.
Oh, thank you very
special.
much.
I spent all night on it.
Certainly wasn't bad.
We'll be eating the king cake shortly. Christy, do you want to do the meteorite story? It's a pretty good one.
I can. A huge meteorite that fell to Earth contains 2 minerals never seen before on our planet.
Oh, no.
Canadian researchers said the rock was found in rural Somalia 2 years ago.
Oh, Canadian researcher? That's probably not.
But locals believe it is much older. They call the stone Nightfall and say it is documented in poems, songs, and dances that stretch back 5 generations. It's used today to sharpen knives. Okay. But according to a spokesman from the University of Alberta, the minerals, which have never been seen on Earth before, came from a meteorite that was actually part of this rock in Somalia. CNN reports the International Mineralogical Association has since approved of the 2 new minerals. What are the 2 new minerals? I don't know.
I saw a thing at Whole Foods. They're actually in the smoothies now.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, they really keep on top of it. A 15-ton meteor.
And what do you get?
That's scary. But I guess it's been lying around for quite some time. Going to Somalia these days, if you're a scientist, a little tricky.
Is it? What, are they having some upheaval over there?
I think it's generally pretty scary there. I don't know. But kind of cool.
Place.
But Pat, you have your tribute to the meteorite?
Little update here. A 15-ton fireball hit Somalia. I'm so worried I can't sleep at night. Oh no, a meteorite. Baroop. It contains new minerals and happened many years ago. Poems are written and stories are told about this mysterious meteorite. Roses are red and lilies are white. How come this news has just come to light about this alien new minerals, scary meteorite? Baroop, baroop, baroop.
A very nice tribute. Thank you very much. I found another porno generator, porno name generator.
Okay.
So we'll have to come back and try this out. Christy, what were you again? Babette Pounds?
No, Babette Rushmore.
Oh.
Well, he's not wrong, but we aren't talking about it that way anymore.
Okay. I forgot what happened, but there must be a reason.
I'll explain off the air.
Okay, sorry. Right now, I want to.
Oh, boy. I can't wait.
At least wait until most of us get into the green room.
Oh, no, as soon as I tell him, he'll go, oh, yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
Well,
okay.
You can tell all of us.
I can't.
We're adults.
Okay, listen.
can't.
Here's something you can do, Christy.
What?
What's your...
I all of a sudden love irritated Christy.
I am not irritated.
What?
I'm trying to save all of you.
Christy, what is your sleep number setting?
40.
40. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That means you have a soft mattress. Chick McGee?
Yes.
Your sleep number setting is?
100.
That is a very firm mattress because 8 out of 10 couples prefer a different mattress firmness. That's the genius of the Sleep Number bed. Either side of the bed has its own setting, and you can change it at the touch of a button. So you could have it not so firm or as firm as can be. The Sleep Number Smart Bed lets you adjust the firmness on either side of the bed. It's that simple. It's brilliant. And right now, speaking of brilliant, it's the best sale of the year from Sleep Number. Choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number because, of course, every great day is preceded, I should say, by a great night of sleep. Now's the time for the ultimate Sleep Number event. Save a staggering 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed. Special financing is available subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments are required. Get all the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. I love my Sleep Number bed. And by the way, they have beds that do all kinds of things. They can adjust if you've got snoring issues. They've got beds that are very attentive to you and tell you how to get more sleep by making certain adjustments, temperature-wise, et cetera, et cetera.
Perfect for date night, Josh.
Find the Sleep Number bed that's perfect for you. Thank you, Josh. The Sleep Number bed that is perfect for you. Sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, we have pigs hitchhiking, and we have a very interesting story about a ancient Roman dildo that has been found.
Not attractive, I have to say.
Well, it's a little old.
True.
Probably kind of splintery now. I think it's made of wood.
Yeah,
You may want to.
You're going to want to sand that.
A little sanding and some spar varnish, I think. Several coats of spar varnish. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Greg Warren appearing this weekend, Saturday night, February 25th, Laughs at the Lincoln in Belleville, Illinois, and then Thursday, March 2nd through Saturday, March 4th at the Comedy Club in Kansas City, Missouri. Remember, you have to be a member of the Comedy Club. It's a club. See? At any rate, there's no membership. But you can go see Greg Warren live on stage. Kansas City, Missouri, here I come. GregWarrenComedy.com for tickets and information. And again, Donnie Baker on the road this weekend. Burlington, Iowa, Friday night, the Capitol Theater. Then Saturday, February 25th, the One Event Center in Quincy, Illinois. And the Friends of the Bob and Tom Show, Saginaw, Michigan, Friday, March 31st. Mark your calendar. Get your tickets now. Dow Event Center, 3 great comedians in one night, Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, and Kostaki Economopoulos. All together, again, that's Saginaw, Michigan, the Dow Event Center, Friday, March 31st. The Friends of the Bob and Tom Show Tour out for 2023. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you can show up, Saginaw. I know you will. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Houston returns to number 1 in the AP Men's College Basketball poll for the 3rd time this season. Northwestern and Texas A&M barged into the rankings after each had a pair of impressive wins last week. On the ladies' side, South Carolina remains number 1 after beating Mississippi in overtime on Sunday. The Gamecocks have been number 1 for 35 straight weeks. NBA, Russell Westbrook has been waived by the Jazz, and according to a published report, wanted to stay in Los Angeles. This time, he's going to play for the Clippers. According to reports, Westbrook's agent, Jeff Schwartz, told reporters he'll sign with the Clippers after completing a contract buyout on the remaining $47 million he's owed on his expiring deal. NBA action last night, there wasn't any. Top 25 college basketball, number 3, Kansas over TCU. NHL winners in regulation, Boston, San Jose, Philadelphia, the Islanders, and Winnipeg. And Florida wins in overtime, beating Anaheim. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Friday, 8 p.m.
Hi, excuse me. I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee. Might I borrow some?
Sure. Here you go.
A few minutes later.
Excuse me. Could I trouble you again for some more coffee?
I just gave you some 10 minutes ago.
I know, but my guests are really big coffee drinkers.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
What?
Do you live here alone?
Yeah, why?
Shortly thereafter.
You again?
I need more coffee.
It's impossible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that.
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
More coffee. More coffee.
Go away.
I need some coffee.
I'm going to call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Greg Warren is our guest. What do you do on the road? We were talking to Mike about his activities on the road. Watch television a lot?
You do, don't you?
I just got a DVD player. We rented The Fugitive the other day with Harrison Ford. Great movie.
Yeah.
There's a little deleted scene in there where he's running from Tommy Lee Jones and he runs into Subway and orders a sandwich.
All right, listen to me. I need a 6-inch turkey sub on wheat with bacon, no mustard or mayonnaise, all right? Lettuce, tomato, green pepper. I didn't kill my wife.
You Indian Jones.
Yeah.
No, you Indian Jones, man. I seen you in the movie. I
Right,
seen Indian Jones 1, Indian Jones 2, Indian Jones 3. Then you didn't work for a long time.
Well, actually.
And then I did see you in a movie last year, Hollywood Homicide.
Right, yeah.
That wasn't that good. You should have done Indian Jones 4.
Well, we're actually trying
You got a
to
whip,
work
too.
on-
You like like the whip man.
Well, I
Where you
don't
whip at?
personally
Where
have
you
the
whip?
whip. It's in the Smithsonian
Where you
Institute.
whip?
right
You
now.
look old too now, man. When
All
you-
right, listen to me. I didn't come here to be talked to by some deranged fan, all right?
Okay, man. Indian Jones.
All right.
Get your whip out, Jones.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it. There was,
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah. Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
Oh, no.
Hey, look, ladies. If I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
Let it snow.
if you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chicky.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom. Tom?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Jess, Pat Godwin just played a song about meteorites that was a knockoff of is it Desmond Decker? Is that who did that song?
Desmond Decker, yeah.
Yeah, Decker.
I think
Brooklyn's grandfather.
One of the first.
So hot.
I think legitimately one of the first reggae hits in the United States.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Desmond Decker tune?
I'm trying to think. What does he actually say?
Get up in the morning.
What year was that?
Sausage for breakfast. Well, that's not what it says. I think about it. Have to be a turkey sausage if it was. Here, I'll play. Here, I got a little bit of it for you. Thank you, Josh. Sometimes. No
He's Jamaican. He's not Muslim.
Well, but the song's about the Israelites. Here you go.
Get up in the morning, slaving for bread, son.
Stereo.
What is he saying?
Breakfast.
Slaving for
breakfast.
Breakfast?
Saving for breakfast?
No, I thought it was saving for bread, sir.
Oh, that sounds right.
Oh, so it's definitely not sausage for breakfast?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Only we could look
Here,
it
play
up.
it again and see if it is.
Slaving for bread, sir, so that every mouth can be fed.
Yeah.
But it's a great. Listen to this. It kicks in right here. This is a.
No,
I loved it as a kid. Did you like it as a kid?
It's a great song. It's so
quirky,
unusual and
very weird.
It's an odd lyric. It's unexpected in the world of dumb love songs that is pop music.
I did.
You broke my heart.
They would do knockoffs of it for Bible study too.
Is that right?
Yeah, in Sunday school. Yeah.
I did my impersonation.
Whoa, Jesus is right. Sing along, kids.
I did my impersonation of the second song at a reggae concert when I'm there. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you just played that one. You know. Yeah.
I think that's.
Go to the Bahamas more than twice a year and see what. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's an obscure trivia fact.
Okay.
On the cruise ships, our friend, the late Tim Wilson, one of Tim's songs is very popular in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
I'm totally serious. Do you know?
And
what it is?
rightfully so.
It's Tim's famous booty song.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a legit hit.
Wow.
Of all things in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Yeah, so what a classic, and that's kind of a tribute to Philadelphia soul.
Yeah.
Of all random things, I was just curious if you got the connection between Pat's Meteorite and the Israelite song.
I do now. Thank you.
And then, of course, this is the one I was. You get the idea.
It's good.
I think that may be the. There's another Tim song that has a word that appears as often, And that, of course, is the George song.
Oh, yeah.
Or a tribute to all the famous Georges.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
He and I got into a huge argument about it on the radio.
Oh, really?
Oh, because he didn't have Academy Award winner George Chakiris, the Greek actor who played the Puerto Rican head of the Sharks in West Side Story.
You and Tim being stubborn. Who could imagine that?
So what was Tim's argument? That you can't rhyme Chakiris? Even though it doesn't really rhyme.
He'd never heard of him.
Oh, so he said therefore it's not legit.
Which goes for 90% of people alive right now don't know who he is.
That's a shame. He's a very fine actor. It's time now to move over to Christy Lee.
Yeah,
she is at the
finally.
She is at the Bob and Tom News desk. What have you got?
Archaeologists believe they may have found the only known life-size dildo from ancient Rome.
Oh, it was here, guys, inside the mummy.
The 2,000-year-old object was actually discovered at the Roman fort of Vindolanda in the UK in 1992.
Vindolanda.
Oh, Vindolanda?
I think so.
Why does this sound like the first episode of The Witcher on Netflix or something? I don't get that. It's a made-up place, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It was initially believed to be a darning tool, but researchers now think it was an ancient dildo.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Wow, how do you...
Darn it. I got that thing inside.
Damn. Darn it. You don't need
huge.
me anymore.
Rob Collins at Newcastle University said it's kind of self-evident, quote, that it's a penis. I do not know who entered it into the catalog.
So to speak.
Maybe it was somebody uncomfortable with it or didn't think the Romans would do such silly things.
You didn't?
Researchers said the Vindolanda phallus is about 6.5 inches long, but it was likely larger because archaeological wood is prone to shrinkage and warping.
because the Romans were totally dick crazy.
Yeah, I saw, what is that, Caligula? Yeah. Archaeologists believe it could have a few possible functions. One theory is that it was used for sexual reasons, either for pleasure,
dick insane,
or torture. The phallus could have also belonged to a statue that passersby could touch for good luck.
Yeah, that was a big thing. But it looks like it's a handheld. I mean, if you see the picture of it, it's wooden. Yeah. So, and then the fact that it's got written, if you look carefully, the Splinter 5000.
Oh my!
5,000 in Roman numerals.
It is owned.
And apparently it comes from the era of the rule of the Empire Maximus Orgasmus.
Oh, okay. Well, then certainly.
But it's clearly it's wood, but it appears to be circumcised.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it has that,
Sure, it's hard to make a wood
ring around the collar.
It has that ring around the collar.
So yeah, I hope they reassess many of the objects. Did you see? Because it was part of a whole bunch of things that they found, including what they thought were necklaces.
Yeah, boy.
What were those?
Those beads.
Oh.
I was saying.
Hope those weren't made out of wood.
Yeah, that thing may have been more of a plunger.
Yikes.
Like the thing you have when you make a smoothie where you... What's that thing called?
A pestle?
Pestle.
The pestle?
You get the excess out of the excess? What?
You know when you shove stuff down
and the Vitamix.
The Vitamix
Oh, you
thing
shove it down in there.
What's that thing called?
A tamper?
Is that what that's called, a tamper?
I don't know.
Okay,
I would assume.
good.
Just to shut you up. Yes,
Okay,
a tamper.
I'm sorry. I was just curious.
Speaking of old things, a letter written in February of 1916 arrived at a London apartment over 100 years after it was posted. The BBC reports the envelope was delivered to Miss Finley Glenn's apartment in Crystal Palace.
A suburb of Badger's Cleft.
Is it?
1916?
Yes.
Oh, honey. Well, it says here the Germans are going to attack France.
You better get your stuff.
No, look, this says, "Dear Mr. Hitler, you've been accepted at art school. You can abandon your interest in the military and pursue what you've always wanted to be.
The world would have been so different.
You and your friend Albert Speer get to come study."
The letter had been written to the wife of a local merchant by a family friend by the name of Christabel Manel. Christabel Manel, a spokesperson for Royal Mail, said, quote, "Incidents like this happen very occasionally, and we're uncertain what happened in this instance."
I know what happened. It didn't get there very quick, is what happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably fell behind some machine.
And then, but are they by law? They have to deliver it, I guess?
It's kind of cool. I mean,
well, there's hope for my gift.
Probably says it could be really like good luck. Like, enclosed, you'll find 2 free tickets to the Titanic. Sail away. Should be a fun trip. Or actually, if it were in the United States, it would be, we've got news about your extended warranty. If your car has less than 500,000 miles on it. Every once in a while you read about that, though. It's usually it's somebody got stuck behind some giant machine, and then they moved it finally.
Have you guys been sweeping behind here? Huh? That's the boss who's angry. And, stumbled across the... Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys notice, I really committed to that.
Really?
Did you ever? I looked behind the machine.
I think that was the reason for the stunned silence. You were just,
yeah, exactly.
I have a question. I'm not kidding. Is there a place where when packages get lost in the mail or whatever, do they eventually auction them?
I would like to know if there is a place that has where packages go. I'll go down and look.
I'm just wondering. I mean, is there? Can you go bid on like those garage places where they have storage wars? You go bid on. Can you walk in and they have packages? And
you can do that with Amazon packages that are unclaimed. They have them on. They even have them like on great big crates. They're just full, and you don't know what's in them. You just see the outside of the package, and you can bid on it.
Oh,
where do you get those?
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that
We
on
can look
the
it up.
news.
Yeah. But you can just whatever.
This sounds like it's right up your alley, Ace. I mean, you get all kinds of weird stuff like baked beans and Tide Pods and spatulas or something.
Ace, it's something for free. What are you talking about? You love that.
There's not free. You got to bid on them.
Yeah, you have to bid on them, and then there's YouTube
Uncle
channels that you
I'll
get
buy
to
you a
watch people
package.
unwrap them.
By the way, they call that Miami Hobo Power Juice, baked beans and Tide Pods.
Have you ever have some of them Tide Pods? That's my hobo voice, Willie.
That'd be fun.
That's right.
Yeah, we could bid on one
hate
today.
surprises like that. You would hate.
Yeah, what if you bid
that.
$70 and it turns out to be a pack of pencils?
Yeah.
Colander or something.
Yeah, that's a
And
bummer.
you'd never find out what it is because you don't
You would
open
never
anything.
open it.
You think it's a bomb.
Those are all correct.
So in answer to your own question, you would hate this.
No, but it'd be fun for Ace. I could watch him do it.
Could watch him do it.
Chick and I are going to buy Ace one of these pods full of stuff, and we'll
Okay.
Damn right we are.
Speaking of shopping, Temu is a new online shopping platform.
Oh, what's Temu with you?
It was featured in an ad during the Super Bowl last week, and Temu has quickly become the most downloaded app in the United States, surpassing Amazon and Walmart.
What?
Yep.
What is it?
As the most downloaded app. It's not surpassing the numbers. There's no way.
TAMU?
It surpassed
TEMU.
last week's downloads.
Is it
You know what I'm
pronounced?
saying?
Is it pronounced Temu or Timu?
Temu.
Or not Temu.
And they've been linked to one of China's top retailers. They're
Temu.
Josh?
Shop like a billionaire, as it says. I'm in.
It is owned by Chinese social commerce giant Pinduoduo.
Pinduoduo.
Yeah, now you're just making up words.
Pinduoduo.
You nailed it.
That's
Pinduoduo.
Well, it is a duo.
So this is the equivalent of Amazon again?
Temu, which runs an online superstore for virtually everything from home goods to apparel to electronics, unveiled the commercial during the Super Bowl that encouraged consumers to, as Chick just mentioned, shop
this.
like a billionaire.
And this is the place where they deliver all the packages by giant balloons.
Oh, that's what's been happening.
Yeah, no wonder.
I see.
Oh, man, this is great.
No, don't put that on your phone, Chick.
He's already way in
The
the...
Chinese now have all your info.
And when they get here, who's on the protected rolls? Right here.
Their new motto is shop like your Chick McGee after you finished your sports
Let me ask you something, Chick. Do you know this fellow? Nope, never seen that guy in my life. I looked right at you, Josh.
No, I know, but I don't believe that you would say, no, I've never seen... I think you... Yep, and you should hear what he says about your government. Take him away.
I think you started the bat thing with
I knew you would sing like a canary.
You're damn right. I laugh when they dunked you into the hot snot.
That's how they do it?
Hot snot! They drunk in hot snot.
So are you going to try to use this thing for us, Chick?
Yeah, I'm working on it, man. Hang on. They need my
trying to
credit card information, my mother's maiden name, and all sorts of stuff.
Josh, I'm looking at Temu.com. They have a hat, sort of a trucker hat, the style you like to wear, and it's got sort of a Bass Pro knockoff, but it says, "Men want me, fish fear me." Would you like that hat by any chance?
Very much.
What did it say again, Willie?
It says, "Men want me, fish fear me."
Love it. Love everything about it.
It's obviously a fishing hat for women.
For like a hot lady.
No, for a gay fisherman. I mean,
Well, okay, sure. Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Glad you're finally pleasing that demo.
Hey, they're biting on the bottom.
Rumor has it he's been pleasing that demo for years.
Hey, look at this. There's a smartwatch here. Doesn't say what make it is. $17.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm
well,
looking.
the bad thing is they have the Apple logo on. I mean, the face that looks like an Apple Watch.
So it's just classic China, just stolen intellectual property.
Yep.
You can get a 2020 President Trump commemorative coin on this website right next to the little wine stopper. They've got everything on this.
They got it.
2020 as if he won the election. Is that what that's for?
It says 2020 in God we trust. Keep America great with Trump on it.
Wow.
It sounds like a TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
They've got a $1.79 nose hair trimmer right here on the front.
It's just junk.
It's like junk. It is. It's junk. All right. Yeah.
Well,
like this looks like little Vaselines, a little Vaseline lip pop.
Yeah.
I don't know
but
about
it's a
you
different
guys.
roof company.
I think some of this just might be junk.
Yeah. Can we get the opposite? Can we get an Amazon where it's just U.S. made products?
Yeah.
And because I think there'd be people, I'm one of them, who would be willing to pay $10 more for something. Yeah.
Made in the USA.
That's got to be out there.
Yeah, like a nice Rolls Royce made in the USA.
I don't care about any of that
stuff. There probably is.
Yeah. Leather sleeve wool jacket, right up my alley.
There you go.
$32.
Okay. Real wool, real leather.
Real leather, real wool.
Right now, I'd like you to direct your attention to your ears and say to yourself, you know something? I would love to listen to the Bob and Tom Show on a pair of Raycon earbuds because I've heard that they're half the price and twice as good. And Chick McGee's the one who learned me about it. Tell me more, Chick.
And with your earbuds, you can hear me mumbling stuff about Tom. That's right. Raycon earbuds are a big change for you if you want to go into 2023 with a new attitude. It starts with your earbuds, Tom. We all know it. Raycon Premium Audio at the perfect price point. You can build great habits without breaking the bank. Are you looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, low latency gaming headphones, a speaker with a battery that lasts all night long? Raycon has got you covered. Plus, the earbuds start at about half the price of other premium audio brands. If you're ready to buy something small that'll impact your life in a big way, Josh loves that sentence. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom to get 15% off your Raycon order. One more time, buyraycon.com/Tom.
Remember the commercial a few years ago that was about Wausau Insurance, and it was USA in the middle?
Yeah.
I bring it up because Wausau, Wisconsin is going to be the site this Saturday evening of a performance by Bob Zaney.
All right.
Saturday, February 25th. Am I getting this right?
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to talk with Bob Zaney, comedian, coming up in about half an hour. We'll certainly look forward to that. And we're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
I assume you have the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone because you are just that cool. But do you know someone who might like the Bob and Tom Show app? Perhaps a coworker, a relative, a Find Friend, well, it's available for free in the iTunes and Google Play Store, and you should tell your loved one or find friend that once they download the Bob and Tom Show app, they can listen to their local radio station. Tune in to us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Contact us directly via text or email with just one click. We love to hear from you. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com is our email address. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show with the Bob and Tom Show app. So download it today or let those around you know. It's great to have on your phone. Once you have it downloaded, you can listen to the Bob and Tom Show wherever you are, anywhere in the world. That's right. You're on vacation or a quick work trip getaway. No worries. The Bob and Tom Show goes right along with you. Chick McGee, right there in the hotel room, in your pocket. That's right, the Bob and Tom Show app. Very cool, and you can listen anytime to us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. New court filings show the prosecution in the case of a fatal New Mexico film set shooting has made a stark turnaround that drops the possibility of a mandatory 5-year sentence against Alec Baldwin. The actor-producer's attorney had early objected to the enhancement they said was unconstitutional because it was added after the October 2021 shooting. Baldwin.
So we have the cabinets returning.
Cabinets are here. Now, Tim, we need to get to this because we have a time deadline here. We're hoping to hook up with Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Beautiful.
So
all right.
move it forward.
You know, they seem to have all the time in the world until you guys got in here.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? What do you got?
Let's go.
We love these guys. Here we go. Ready to go? Let's go. Writer's block, writer's block, writer's block, that's what I've got. You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. I've got writer's block.
Yes, he's got writer's block.
Writer's block, yes, I know. This is where the joke should go. Is there a joke there?
No.
I got writer's block.
Yes, he's got writer's block.
This is good. This is better
Really
than
is.
rehearsal.
Really? You guys rehearsed a couple years ago, right?
I started out, my mind was blank. I sat and thought an hour. By then my mind was even blanker. La 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 la. La 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 la. Writer's block, it's not fair. I'm sitting in my lucky chair and I can't find funny anywhere. I've got writer's block. I've got writer's block. Blow a whistle. Ring a bell. Blow a whistle again. 'Cause I can't write a joke. No, writer's block, writer's block. That's the song, that's all I've got. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. I stole that line, yeah, it's not mine, 'cause I have writer's block.
Yes, he has writer's block. He claims it's writer's block. It's always writer's block. He's never not had writer's block.
Hey, you guys, I think it's time we get some new singers. I'm getting tired of you guys.
Yeah.
Nice ringing the bell.
Bravo.
Thanks very much. Tim Cavanaugh and the
That was the
Cabinets.
best we ever did it.
And the Writer's Block song.
I'd pull up behind him and go with my microphone and go, I authorize you. I don't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Jimmy Schubert is our guest. Any other interesting news headlines, Christy?
The FBI has identified the source of the virus-like blaster infection on the internet. The suspect, an 18-year-old who has not been identified but is expected to be arrested today.
Now, can we execute 18-year-olds in our society?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm there. I'm voting for it.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell the kid's not getting laid. Any kid that's getting laid on a regular basis is not creating computer viruses.
How true.
So it's basically, that's a sex education in high school. All they talk about are diseases and things you can catch, and the girls stop putting out, and kids hole up in the room and create a virus.
He's going to be receiving a different kind of sex education, I hope.
I believe you're
his
right.
baseball hat and his dirt button are going to be the same size once I get done with him. This kid's going to be able to do deep knee bends over a fire hydrant.
This is Bob and Tom
.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
They call him the seamstress.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Pat Godwin.
Saw you something.
Check.
Pat Godwin's here. Hi, Pat.
They call him the seams.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
Hi, there's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
I was distracted by the food.
We've got radish sandwiches, Tom. You going to have one?
I am going to try one.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
We've had these before, right?
I'm
No.
Chick. No.
No, we have not. I have never had one.
We've talked about them before.
I'm certain we've had these before.
We had radishes before.
I don't think
We
we've
have a
had radish.
there's more information.
Okay.
Well, there was a
Tom.
news story about radishes, and I believe it was a smuggling thing, right? Weren't the radishes? Yeah, here it is. Let me find it.
Smuggler's Blue.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, U.S. Customs seized $5 million worth of meth hidden in a shipment of radishes.
Oh, that's a meth, all right.
At the Calexico port of entry in California.
That's so sad. The radishes probably made the meth taste all weird.
Concealed with the radishes, officers discovered almost 1,600 packages of methamphetamine. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, methamphetamines.
Sorry. Yikes. Weighing almost 5,000 pounds.
Wow.
Wow.
You know who one of the biggest radish lovers on the planet is? Mr. Pat Godwin.
Mr. Pat
Absolutely
Godwin
true,
steals them from the grocery.
I take one organic one, then I buy a bag. And I leave a nickel.
I don't believe anything you're saying.
Aren't
You
radishes...
eat radishes from the grocery without cleaning them first?
Aren't they filthy?
Yeah.
Oh, they're misted.
They're all misted off.
They taste like dirt when they're clean.
You rub them on,
exactly.
rub them on your pants.
You got to scrub them. Okay,
So what's on our radish
So
sandwich?
I assumed, and I was
You
wrong
know
to
what
assume.
happens.
I know,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what happened. I assumed that radishes, that a radish sandwich is specific to a demographic of people. Maybe that you used what you had, and you ate what you had, right? Well, apparently it's not. It's very much a French thing, and you use a baguette, and you use butter and salt and radishes.
And why the cigarette paper?
And arugula, and it's a very common like lunchbox. This is what the French pack for their children for lunch. Yeah, and I just thought it was
A poor person.
yeah, that was a poor person
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
I really did.
One more time. What's in that little snack you got there?
So right now I have white bread with traditional radishes and salted butter. That's it.
That's it.
But Dean has a little bit more of a backstory here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
I look forward to. I
wanted to do a survey, a quick survey to see who has tried these before.
Oh.
So Tom, you said you've never had one?
Never.
And then Willie?
Yeah.
Yes. Josh, we know you.
Yes, I have.
Chick?
No.
No. Christy?
Yep.
Yep. Ace?
No.
No. And we know that Pat, of course,
yeah.
steals his.
Right.
So,
Sandwich
all
as a
right,
kid.
Have you ever had one, Dean?
I've not.
Okay.
Not a fan of radishes at all.
Oh.
So, and here, Tom, if you see Radish Audio 1, if you play that, this is you guys on Friday, February 10th.
Okay, here we go. This is from Brad. He writes, my grandparents had a garden and my grandmother made radish and butter sandwiches.
Very popular in certain areas.
I have heard of those. I've never had one.
They're great.
And
okay, thank you.
I'll bring those. I'll get butter and radishes at the farmer's market.
Where to do their...
Right, so
okay, I'm
kind of set it before.
Very good.
So, I don't remember this. A listener, a very astute listener, said you guys tried these before.
Really?
Look, and speaking of sandwiches, we've just been handed our butter and radish sandwiches.
There's no mayonnaise on this, right, Jessica? Okay.
Well, I'm biting into it. I don't care. Are you eating?
Oh, that looks like mayonnaise.
Still good. I'm just excited about having Wonder Bread, I'll be honest.
Wow.
Delicious. It's like a dessert.
It's like a dessert.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is butter.
Is it butter?
This is great. Yeah, wonderful. Big fan. Yeah.
No idea.
I mean, did we run out of food?
Willie, this is so good.
So,
Look at Pat.
Yeah, I
that
don't
was
remember
September 9th, 2021. All right. Here's the big turnaround. Tom was out.
Oh, that makes sense.
So here's the big we always give him a hard time for not remembering things.
Yeah.
The food's on the other.
Way to go, Willie. You remember.
Editor's note, they're delicious.
They are.
But
I always loved them.
You primarily taste the butter, which is, of course, my favorite thing on earth.
And as Josh pointed out, white bread.
They're really good.
Yeah.
They're crunchy, delicious. But again, it's primarily because it's really thick with butter. You can't go wrong there.
So, Chick, probably a year or two from now, we'll have you tried radish sandwiches for the first time again.
I can't wait.
Yeah?
Willie says no.
Willie's gonna barf.
No, the cold butter hit my tongue, and it was really I just couldn't agree with it. The cold butter mixed with the bitterness of the radish.
You don't like it?
No, I spit it out. I covered it with the sandwich, but I couldn't do it.
I would like to make the French version next time.
Yeah.
That's the one where you actually have the tobacco in the sandwich?
Yes.
Tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes.
Don't the French guys eat the baguette with the thinly sliced ham and the butter? Can't we do that? That sounds delicious.
Yeah, we can do that too.
What is that? The Iberian ham or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, now
thank you, Jess.
Something hard,
delicious, but I think it's.
Sorry you had to do it twice.
I know. Sorry.
I think with that much butter, you could probably do that with cat turds, and we'd be okay. So.
Agreed.
Well, it's funny you say that, Jess. What do you have next?
Surprise!
I'm going to have you do my mom's sweet roll recipe.
Yeah, I need that. I will definitely.
See,
do that
I'm
for
looking
you.
forward to that, and we're going to let it fall through the cracks.
No. It's, the recipe is being framed. It's in my mom's handwriting. It's really.
You're looking forward to watching Tom sob on the air.
It's not fun.
It's going to be brutal.
They're very good, though.
I'm looking forward to having it and then forgetting about it and having it again.
It's like the most mundane episode of The Twilight Zone ever.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy your sandwich?
Yeah, it's fine. Here's one. This one's good. Radishes with cream cheese and butter. That would
perfect,
be good.
Yeah.
You know
that
what
I
you
could
should
do.
is like get some white bread and some butter.
Yeah.
And some cream cheese. No radishes. Right down there. What do you think of that?
What about no bread?
Just the butter and the cream cheese. And a spoon.
Would you enjoy it?
I would enjoy it very much.
What's the fattest thing you've ever eaten, Josh?
Oh, God.
Fattest thing I've ever eaten?
What does that mean?
Oh, my gosh. That's really difficult. But
I'll go.
One of them was a spaghetti sandwich.
Yeah.
I had leftover garlic bread, and I had leftover spaghetti, and I just put the spaghetti in between two pieces of garlic bread.
Did you heat it?
And ate it like a sandwich. One I did heat. I had two. The other one I did not. So while one was heating up, I ate a cold one.
Was it
That
pretty
was-
good?
Both delicious.
Was the spaghetti with the sauce mixed together?
Yeah.
And you would put it in the refrigerator? Okay.
Yes.
That actually sounds fairly tasty.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all.
It was good.
Chick McGee?
I always do this with ice cream. I know a lot of people do it with Oreo ice cream. You take like 9 or 10 Oreos and crunch them up and throw them in the ice cream with the Oreo. I do that with all the flavored ice creams now. If I'm having peanut butter cup ice cream, I crunch up about 5 or 6 peanut butter cups.
Oh, there you go.
All of it.
Yeah.
It must be tough eating all that gravel when you have Rocky Road.
That was just silly.
You know there aren't really rocks in Rocky Road, right?
I've never tried it.
Oh, my gosh, it's good.
Oh, that's right. You like a vanilla ice cream. Like you like your country's vanilla.
Pure.
Pure.
Hey, Pat, what's the fattest thing you've ever done?
Shelley Palmer.
Bad
I
night,
remember her. She
Lexington.
was big as all outdoors.
Find my keys and we'll drive out. When we come back,
Flipping a coin
we're a
in
few
there.
minutes away from talking with comedian Bob Zaney. Once again, Mr. Zaney, Wausau, Wisconsin. Am I getting it right? That's coming up this Saturday?
Yeah.
All right.
WUSA USA. Actually, it's WA USA. USA.
When we come back, we'll talk to Bob. Actually, it'll be in a few more minutes. Certainly look forward to that.
All right.
Also coming up, no, you're the one that interrupted me. I was flowing. We also have
He was flowing.
we have pigs in the news. If you're flowing, raise your hand. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next.
Well, I watch, I'm home during the day a lot, and I have a little ritual called watching 8 hours of Law and Order in a row on cable. Because you can. Yeah. Law and Order, yes. Law and Order, yes. Law and Order, yes. Charmed, crap, it's over. But I love Law and Order because it's ripped from today's headlines. You know? It takes some news story that's going on, then they change the names up a little bit, then they make that the plot for the episode. The thing about Law and Order is, though, every episode has to involve a murder. And even if there's not a murder in the news story they're talking about, they just go ahead and add a murder into what happened.
Okay.
And, which has got to piss off the people in the news story, because they're watching. Fred Thompson and Sam Waterston are hashing out the case. Now, Jack, I'm afraid you're going to have a political firestorm on your hands if you insist on prosecuting this as a first-degree murder trial.
Politics is your area, not mine, Arthur. It's my job to convince a jury that the governor of New York was caught with a high-priced call girl and then murdered her.
Elliot Spitzer is sitting home saying, whoa, I didn't murder her, all right? Everyone knows you're talking about me here. You're not fooling anyone with this Elliot Bitzer character. Yeah. He should sue Law and Order, which would be an episode of CSI New York. I don't know how the jurisdiction works.
That shocked Los Angeles religious and immigrant communities. The suspect arrested Monday was identified as the husband of the victim's housekeeper. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna says 69-year-old Auxiliary Bishop David O'Connell was shot at least once Saturday in his home in Hacienda Heights, about 20 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. A SWAT team Monday arrested Carlos Medina, the husband of O'Connell's housekeeper. The sheriff says Medina had done work at the bishop's home. A motive in the killing has not been determined. Not immediately known if Medina had an attorney. Authorities and media in Turkey and Syria say the death toll has risen to 8 in a new and powerful earthquake that struck 2 weeks after that devastating earthquake that killed nearly 45,000 people. Turkey's disaster management said Tuesday 6 people killed, 294 others injured, 18 in critical condition after Monday's second 6.4 magnitude quake. Pro-government media outlets said Syria reported a woman and another girl died as a result of panic during the earthquake in the provinces of Hama and Tartus. It was also felt in Jordan, Cyprus, Israel, Lebanon, and as far away as Egypt. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Willie angers America.
Oh, yeah, I was getting them, wasn't I?
What's the deal with minorities? That's what he said earlier.
That's not what I
That's what he said.
Listen to the tape, pal. We haven't recorded it.
Cancel Willie.
Hashtag you're out of here.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Hello again, everybody. This is ex-attorney Jack Thomas. You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office, and today, let's open a letter. Well, this comes from young Davey Radonovich of Kokomo, Indiana. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davey, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
We're talking with comedian Rick Schrader. I'm a stepfather, too, which I've been for a few years now. And if you're not a step-parent, you don't realize the warmth and rewards that you get for the warm, loving feeling. And it's, I hate you. Okay, here's some more money. You're not like my real dad. That's right. You can find me. Track down your real deadbeat dad and have him pay for these Barbie accessories. Comedian Greg Hahn is here with us.
I love going on dates. You get to go to the girl's place and meet her pets. They always have cats. It's always cats. It's never anything cool like a wild dingo or Wolverine. It's never a venomous duck or a bat.
Venomous duck.
Never get like a porcupine. It's usually two cats. Like a little one she just rescued from the trash 10 seconds ago. Just got run over by a train or something. Still has leaves stuck to its rear end. It's bulimic and anemic. Then the girl's gonna tell you like the story how she met the cat. Oh, I put some milk out on Tuesday. She drank all the milk and came back on Wednesday. That's a beautiful story. Take your top off.
Also with us, Christine Stedman. Now, you're a mom?
Well, a mom and a grandma. I think you know that.
I know.
I'm a grandpa.
This is how this
Are
works.
you?
Yep.
She's been married 27 years and still a virgin, Tom.
Yes.
28,
Well, I
28.
have a
Sorry.
lot of grandkids. My daughter keeps having babies. Has one almost every year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she called me the other day. She goes, "Mom, guess what? I'm pregnant again. There must be something in the air." I'm like, "Yeah, your legs."
But seriously.
Hello?
Bang!
Hey,
Zoom!
hello. Zing. I'm getting her fixed.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold here.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick. And here's Tom.
Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Bob Zaney in just a few minutes. Thank you, Jess, for those delicious radish sandwiches. Who knew they'd be that tasty? Thank you very much. And Christy Lee is at the news desk. Have we missed anything in the news, Christy?
Chinese scientists have successfully cloned 3 so-called super cows that can produce more milk than the average American cow. The super cows will be capable of producing 18 tons of milk a year and over 100 tons of milk over a lifetime. According to CBS News, the average U.S. cow produces almost 12 tons of milk a year. Research leader and bovine veterinarian Yaping Yin told the Global Times that the cloning of super cows will help revitalize China's agricultural sector and help meet growing demand for milk and cheese. Officials from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration have said meat and milk from a cloned cow is just, quote, as safe to eat as food from conventionally bred animals. So,
Well, some people have concerns about that.
Why?
Well, I mean, they're cloned and, you're manipulating nature. They're also, there's some thought that these super cows contain super cow fragilistic expialidocious.
Oh, that virus? Yes.
Oh, my
That can be real bad.
Well, I don't feel bad about doing this now.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken.
Super cow.
Right, if you're afraid you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
Okay.
That's a super cow thing? Okay.
Super
chicken.
This is amazing, though. This
supercalifragilistic.
I guess it's amazing.
I mean, I know they're going to be cloning the cows.
I guess if you have less cows, you have less emissions, which is good for the environment.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, if you're having cows give more
Don't they
milk,
have
you use less.
a real problem with pig feces in the Carolinas and things? They don't know what to do with it.
And that's in ponds. You don't want to necessarily take your sea-doo
No.
on Pig
Let me tell
Scat
you
Lake. So why do they call it Pig Scat Lake? Funny you'd ask.
If you can sell a ski to a guy on Pig Crap Lake.
Ugh.
Okay.
But so these are super cows, and they're cloned. So they're not bred in the traditional manner, I gather.
Apparently not.
Okay, well, we'll see. The Chinese are trying to get ahead of us.
Scientists have noticed that humpback whales are whaling less as their population grows. So this is good news. As whale numbers dramatically rebounded following the end of commercial whaling, marine biologist Rebecca Dunlap said, quote, "It was getting more difficult to actually find singers. When there were fewer of them, there was a lot of singing. Now that there are lots of them, no need to be singing so much." So Dunlap believes singing helped whales find a mate over long distances, where populations were severely depleted. She added that when whales live in denser populations, a male looking for a mate also has to ward off the competition, and singing may tip off other suitors. If you'd like to hear more or read more, Nature Communications Biology is the publication.
So they're concerned that they think that the whales couldn't find their
they
lady
thought
whales.
they were singing because they were lonely, actually, is what I read.
They're trying to find a mate.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yep.
What do they do when they get together?
Hump.
They do that.
Both the back and the front?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Netflix and krill.
I think they...
You were trying to get to...
Wow. Very nice. Didn't we learn that all animals do a doggy, right?
Not all, right?
I think
Except humans,
so.
right?
Doggy, they're whales. There's no...
There's
no legs.
Big Daddy whale gives it to Mama whale from behind.
Yeah, but you haven't seen footage of the famous Macadamian missionary monkeys?
We're the only, aren't we the only?
I think there's one other. There's something else.
Mammal that face to face. Yeah.
What about the great apes, Christy? You're at the zoo all the time. What do the orangs do?
I haven't seen the orangs have sex.
You always hear about the great apes. What about the not so great apes? What about them? They're out there too.
The mediocre apes.
They go into sports broadcasting.
Is that right?
It says bonobos and humans are the only primates to engage in face-to-face.
Bonadoo, they got to do.
What the hell's a bonoboo?
A bonobo?
They're the really
monkey.
It's a monkey.
Look at monkey-like ape. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they're a monkey or an ape. They're a primate.
A lesser ape.
We had them we had bonobos in the
of course
news
we did.
recently.
Yeah, no, we had them right here in the
They
studio.
look just like chimpanzees.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, how do I know that?
But they do it missionary too?
Boy, I hate them.
Face-to-face. They don't really call it missionary.
You want that out in the world? You kidding me with this?
Go watch Nope. Jordan Peele. See, get back to me on monkeys. Yeah. Sorry, my fault.
Okay, I'm trying to find. I know we recently had.
Although a pair of Western gorillas has been photographed doing it.
You know how they can tell a Western gorilla from
the Eastern?
The cowboy hat.
Exactly right.
And the
how
horse you
y'all
rode in on?
doing? Welcome to my jungle.
How do you spell bonoboo?
bonobos.
Okay.
Bonobo.
Or bonobo. Bonobo.
Is it bonoboo or bonobo?
I thought it was bonobo.
It'd be funny if they played at Bonnaroo.
It would be funny if the Bonoboos were playing Bonnaroo.
You going to Bonnaroo this year, Willie?
Sam is. I'm not.
Okay. Very good.
Oh, Sam is a go-getter, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, he works real hard. He needs a break.
He's strong.
Really
He's
needs to blow off some steam.
Nice blonde
You
hair.
can go over there and take him right now with that shoulder surgery.
Oh, yeah. Should I fight my brother now that he's recovering?
Oh, you should have fight your brother.
Oh, he had surgery?
Yeah. He had shoulder surgery.
Yesterday.
What was wrong with his shoulder?
He fell on,
the skis.
embarrassingly enough, he fell on one of the flat parts of the mountain out in the Rockies.
Oh.
If you're going to, at least lie about it. Say, oh, yeah, I was going down a double black diamond and I fell. Not, well, I'd got to the bottom and I was sort of skating over to the gondola when I fell and broke my shoulder.
Did he fall or was he pushed by his wife who just purchased an insurance policy?
Can I ask you a question, Mrs. Griswold? Just for a second. You like to ski? You're here all the time? With
There's
your
no
husband
way
skiing?
she didn't keep her own name.
This is interesting. I never read about
Bonobo,
this.
by the way, is a great ape. It's not a monkey.
Says a recent study has found that, is it Bonoboo or Bonobo?
I don't know. The producer is hard for me to. It's
Okay.
Let's call them Bonnies and move on.
Bonobo mothers help their sons find sexual partners.
Oh,
yes, I
God.
was talking about this the other day. Just like that woman who took her son to the bunny ranch.
And said this
And
is
they
what you should do.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're sitting on the bed and the whore's there, and she's going, well, my son's never. She fills her in.
Oh my gosh.
Pays the whore and gets up and leaves.
The cringe factor on that.
You wouldn't take your son to...
No, I wouldn't. I don't want to know. Never, ever. And topic is off the table always. I don't want to know anything.
You said it's off the table. That makes me want to open it up a little bit.
Well, let's move on. I'm sorry, Christine.
I learned something today. You don't be sorry.
Okay.
I learned about the bonoboo. I'm excited. Police in Alaska said a wandering pig that looked cold at the side of the road got a lift home in a patrol cruiser. The Anchorage Police Department posted a photo to
that's
Facebook.
unfortunate.
You know how they read the Miranda rights in Alaska? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can't do.
It's very chilly up there.
It's really cool.
In Brazil, they dress up like Carmen Miranda. They
the Carmen Miranda.
read them their Carmen Miranda rights. You have the right to not wear underwear.
The Anchorage Police Department posted a photo to Facebook showing the pet pig riding in the back of one of the department's patrol cruisers. Police stated that the, quote, portly dude was quite friendly. Officers were able to identify the owners of the pig named Elvis Pigsley, and the pet was returned home.
That barely even works.
Just
I like
that
it, but
kind of unbelievable wit up there in Alaska.
That's funny. Come on, they're having fun. These guys are living a tough life.
Hey,
up
Josh,
there.
what's the capital of Alaska?
I don't know. Juneau?
No, that's why I'm asking you.
That was done pretty well.
That worked out all right, right? Yeah.
You ever rescued a pig, Pat?
Shelley Palmer.
Who's this poor Shelley Palmer?
I don't know, but I'll be getting a call from one.
And that's all she could do, the palm stuff. She
right now,
it grew together.
Right now, we are going to hook up with comedian Bob Zaney in a matter of moments. Bob is in Wausau, Wisconsin, coming up this Saturday.
That's where the karate classes are.
Wausau! Boy, you committed to that.
Yeah, I like that.
That was 90% visual, and I loved it.
Best actor during a bad joke, Josh Arnold.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right now, I want to talk about your time. That's what this is all about, your time. Do you want to spend your time wandering the grocery store trying to find the right kind of radishes or mayo or horseradish or whatever it is you're supposed to be picking up to make dinner? No. Let someone else do the shopping. Let someone else do the measuring. You just do the putting together.
That's right. Whatever Harpy McNag sends you for.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
HelloFresh, they eliminate a lot of that time by taking it for you. What are they going to do? Well, they're going to provide delicious meals to be prepared by you. Once again, they've done the shopping. They've done the measuring. HelloFresh, every week, 40 or more recipes to choose from, and the spectrum of your choices is huge. You can go from vegan over there to family-friendly comfort food over there and everything in between, including low-cal, low-carb, whatever you're into. You can swap proteins or side just to make whatever you want. They're there for you.
That's
Eat
right,
well.
Tom. There's vegan over there.
There you
and
go.
then there's meat over there.
Right. Eat well, save money with HelloFresh. Willie, what are you working on over there?
check out the saucy pork burrito bowls with cilantro citrus rice, charred poblano, salsa fresca, and smoky crema. HelloFresh sends you 9 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In a half hour, you have this delicious burrito bowl you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
They've also got those 15-minute special treats like the Southwest Pork and Bean Burritos or the Falafel Power Bowls. Check it out, HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com/BT Show 65. Why 65? Because it's 65% off plus free shipping as part of a very special package. Once again, BT Show 65, HelloFresh.com/BT Show 65. You're making restaurant quality food. It's fun for date night. It's fun for the kids to help them learn how to cook, and you'll have some great food from HelloFresh. BT Show 65 is the code, HelloFresh.com/BT Show 65. Up next, comedian Bob Zaney. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's right. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks for tuning in to the Bob and Tom Show this morning, Tuesday, February 21st. And remember, for everything Bob and Tom, check out our website, bobandtom.com. Plus, we love to hear from our listeners. If you're a junior windbag and want to correct us, or just send us a request and tell us how much you love the show. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com is the email address. Yes, we love to hear from our listeners, and we love to hear your requests. We get to hear some great bits and pieces from the show when we get requests, because suddenly we go, hey, we forgot we had that in the system. Let's play that for everybody. Then everybody gets to join in and laugh, and Tom will say, that was a special request from Todd from Michigan. Here you go, Todd. And you don't have to be from Michigan to make a request. That's the wonderful thing. We're worldwide here at the Bob and Tom Show. And again, the email address, bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. The Supreme Court taking up its first case about a federal law that's credited with helping create the modern Internet. This law shields Google, Twitter, Facebook, and other companies from lawsuits over content that's posted on their sites by others. Now, the justices are hearing arguments today about whether the family of a terrorism victim can sue Google for helping extremists spread their message and attract new recruits. The case is the court's first look at Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, adopted early in the Internet age to protect companies from being sued over information that users post online. It's Mardi Gras, or Fat Tuesday, in New Orleans, and the annual climax of the city's carnival. The mild weather is expected to bring hundreds of thousands of tourists and locals to city streets, many of them in costume to mark the raucous end of the carnival season. Don't forget your beads. And Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities has unveiled a newly renovated wing of its oldest museum. The new wing, home to a 52-foot-long papyrus scroll unearthed last year that contains 113 spells from the Book of Dead. The refurbishment marks the first stage of broader renovations for the 120-year-old salmon-colored palatial museum in downtown Cairo. Egypt publicly touts ancient discoveries and new sites to attract more tourists to their country. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dean, I am so hungry. Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom? I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing? I don't think so.
Think again, Dean. Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup, or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast. Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either.
And guys, if you're in a real hurry, be sure and take advantage of our flat as a smorgasbord breakfast buffet. Why not try Pancake Hooters today? You'll see why our hardline policy with our waitress staff is, it's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Right now, we've got Burt Chalice as our guest. Now, I know you do live in
Cincinnati.
Did you drive here from Cincinnati?
Yeah, I drove over and no longer driving my Yugo. You know, I had
got rid of it?
Yeah, I got a Yugo for a while because, I bought a Yugo because I had the coupon.
Sure.
And it's not much of a car. You turn up the radio, the car stalls. No rear view mirror because nothing will be behind you, believe me. You can actually tick off the Amish people, They go by and bullwhip you,
Sorry, they don't have horns.
I got places to go. I don't know if you know this or not. If you ever get behind the Amish, those horse-drawn carriages, they usually have that orange triangle sign on the back. I found out if you fire a softball and hit that sign, you dunk the driver. You're just losing. It's a great little highway thing to do.
Hey, Don.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Bob
and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is
next. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold. Jess Hooker's here. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
We are going to hook up with Bob Zaney.
That's the rumor.
Professional comedian who is on his way to the Rib River Ballroom, Wausau, Wisconsin, coming up this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe we have Bob joining us. But Bob is joining us on the telephone. Good morning, sir. Are you calling from Las Vegas?
Yes, I am, and it sounds like the weather is about the same where you're at. So there you go.
Oh.
It gets cold here. People don't understand that. It gets very cold down in the 30s at night.
So you're too good to zoom in? Is that it? Got to be on the phone?
I'm sorry, who was that?
Well, tell Tom
hey,
where...
Chick, how you doing?
Like you care. Tell Tom where you're playing.
I do miss you, Chick.
Tell Tom...
I missed you.
I miss our vodka nights in Vegas. Tell Tom where you're playing in Wisconsin. What place?
It's actually Marathon City, which I believe is a suburb of Wisconsin. It's the Rib River Center. I believe Ballroom. I get the name
Rib River.
Spare me.
Rib River.
Spare rib. It's a rib joke, you see.
Hey!
It's the Rib River Ballroom.
By the way, I'm very excited to call in for the setup show. What was that, Chick?
Old Rib River.
You set me up.
That's right. I'll set you up, Daddy.
Wow, this is interesting. Marathon City, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else later when we get off the air. I see coming up you've got something March 31st in Dodge City, Kansas with Greg Hahn.
That's right. And we're also going to be in Goodwin, Kansas. So it's going to be, that's a huge show. Very excited about those shows with Greggy Hahn.
And then you're heading up to Traverse City. You've got a bunch of great places going. Well, tell us, what's the latest in your life? Everything going okay?
Everything's going good, Tom. I've been back on the road week in and week out, as always. And as you get older, it's more enjoyable.
Good.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
Let's get right to it. I got a Zany report for you guys. I'm very excited about.
Okay.
Ready?
We're ready.
Singer Smokey Robinson is set to release his first album in over a decade. Smokey will also unveil his new stage name to reflect the time, Vapey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vapey Robinson.
Tears of a clown.
Vapey.
Vape gets in your eyes.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of the updates, the board game Clue will update the classic to appeal to younger people. A new answer will be, it was Karen in the safe space with a participation trophy.
Very good. Very good.
That's a good one, I think.
Oh, we enjoyed it.
Hey, Christy, did you talk about this Paris Hilton? You know, she gave birth to a baby boy.
I did. But didn't she have a surrogate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because she named it London Maryland Hilton, but Paris Hilton said the other two names in the running were Peoria Marriott and the Fresno Motel 6. Paris Hilton. And a 19-year-old man. Hey, Ace, how you doing over there?
Good, my friend.
Oh, wow. Now I feel welcomed.
Well,
A 19-year-old man has traveled 2,000 miles since September from Maine to Florida on a unicycle. Now, he's trying to bring awareness to people who can't afford a bicycle.
just the one wheel, you see.
Yes, in one wheel. It's a math joke, really, if you think about it. And now we're going to go back in time, Tom. This is a new feature I've been doing across the country that's really taking the country by storm. This is where we go back in time and revisit a past Zany Report joke.
Oh.
And I'm going to do it for you. You guys ready?
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's a rewind.
That was us going
I was
back
gonna say,
in
what
time.
was that?
Well, we're back in time now, Christy.
Okay.
It's August 22nd, 2017. Dateline Tonopah, Nevada. A clown-themed motel is up for sale. Here's a fun fact. It's actually owned by a clown and a mime who is a silent partner.
Yes, of course.
All right.
And there you have it. Another exciting edition of that Zany report for you, for your listening pleasure.
Well, thank
We
you.
did enjoy that very much,
The
Bob.
Bob Zany Time Machine. Thanks, Bob. You can see him at the Rib River Ballroom, Marathon City, Wisconsin, near Wausau. And your opening act, Joel, I'm hoping it's pronounced Coons.
Coons.
K-U-N-Z.
Joel Coons will be with me. Very
Boy, that's
excited.
very
and also, I want
courageous.
to mention my dry bar.
Not getting an error.
He's very courageous.
Not getting a showbiz name.
And he's opening.
Hey, yeah, I'm not going to say it the way you want me to. I get it. I went to high school.
Junior high school, my friend.
My dry bar comedy special is now sitting at 5.464 million views. So I want to thank everybody who went out and who watches it.
I love it.
It's really amazing. Do you?
Yeah, very much so, yes.
Who was that?
That was Josh Arnold.
Thank you, chick. That was Joshy. How are you doing, Joshy?
Good, man. Good. I love the
Godwin.
Hey, Bob.
All right.
Hey, can I just say something?
I wish you would, because there's so much dead air in this interview that the computers have probably shot off in every other market. See what I mean?
Listen, boy, if you could just hear what I wanted to say. But can I just say this? I feel naked because there hasn't been a Willie Griswold plug for a show that he has coming up.
Well, that's funny you should mention that.
Yeah, it's a Dubuque Comedy Bar, March 24th, March 25th. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you getting that in there. It's always important to plug my shows during your report.
And that's his first ever headlining gig, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really? Congratulations, Willie. Awesome? It's a tough road because once you're headliner, there's only one way to go. It's down.
Don't worry, I'll be hosting an
Hey,
the weekend
listen,
after.
can I mention this, Willie? Across the river, you can go over to Galena, Illinois, where Chick and I went. Remember that, Chick?
Oh, yeah.
Home of U.S. Grant,
That's
the
right.
president.
That's right. Had a great
and you
time.
said, we saw a big statue of Julia Grant, and you said it looked like Lou Grant.
It did. It looked like U.S. That's why he drank. His wife looked like Ed Asner.
That's why he went to war.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Also, do you remember we went to the gift shop and we tried to buy something, and the guy, I handed him a 50, and he said, "We don't take 50s." They said, "Look who's on the cover."
That's pretty funny.
You'd think that they'd be
Yeah.
very popular there.
You would think that would be the only thing they took. But what do I know? I'm just a guy living in Las Vegas now who had to escape L.A.
Well, good.
So I appreciate being on the show. It's going to be a great show this week, and hope the folks can make it out there. And Willie, I wish you the best of luck on this headlining thing. I think it's really the future.
Okay,
Thank you, Bob. That's sweet of you. Nice to hear from you as always, Bob.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I also mention real quick my YouTube channel? It's Bob Zany Videos, baby. If you subscribe, you can see a lot of clips from my career. The one where I beat Carrot Top on Star Search is really cool. And also the Village People. I was on the Pat Sajak show, and I was one of the Village People reunion show. And I'm singing and dancing on national TV in 1990. You got to check it out. It's very funny.
Oh, wow. Okay. That'll be funny. Thank you very
I got
much.
a lot of stuff going on, Tom.
Okay.
It's all in the past.
That's all right. Okay, thanks, Bob.
See you, Bob. See you, Bob.
Bye, guys.
Segue over there. That's Christy Lee. I can see her from here. Got a letter, though, before we get
Okay.
We were talking about what do they do with those Amazon packages that are not deliverable? Mm-hmm. And I guess there's a place you can just go bid on the boxes, not knowing what's in them. My brother bought one of those unclaimed Amazon packages, got it home. It turned out to be the mold of the lower torso of a woman.
Weird.
What?
What?
Wow.
No way.
Okay.
I'm just reading.
I mean, you can buy mannequins on there. That's where I bought mine. What?
Are you joking?
No, I had to buy. I bought a couple mannequins for Halloween.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Not to hum.
Not just to talk to it.
Yeah.
mold. I was thinking actual mold on the torso of a woman, not a mold of.
No. It's
a
like
woman.
it's like the bottom half of a statue.
Oh, okay.
I like lady mold.
I was going to say,
I mean,
yikes.
I would hope it would be. It was in 2 parts, and the one part just didn't get delivered. I mean, who goes online?
No.
I just want a woman from the waist down.
Oh,
please."
yeah.
Jeans salesman?
There are people that do that.
A blue jean salesman?
Sure.
not-
You've seen the jeans mannequins. They're just
Oh,
half
yeah,
a
they're
lady.
just half down. Yeah.
Or half a guy.
Delivered to some guy's house.
I don't want the talking part.
Leave that mouth out. I'd like the bottom half and a Black & Decker drill.
Oh, I had a choice of an orifice, and you put it there.
3/4 inch drill bit. Okay.
That bottom half has
Keep
2.
going, Christy. What do you got?
A pet emu safely back home after running loose in Massachusetts. WCVB TV reports the large flightless bird named Mallory got loose in East Bridgewater and led police on a chase through Brockton. Mallory's owner, Lee Flattery, told the station that a wild animal likely caused the emu to jump over a 6-foot-tall fence and take off.
I'm Lee Flattery, and boy, do you look beautiful today.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
The bird was eventually subdued in a parking lot by Flattery, police, and a bystander. Oh, you look so good, emu. Just stay right there.
By Flattery. I was caught by Flattery.
Oh, God.
Don't change a thing.
Mallory's now back in her pen with her companion, Mickey.
Mickey and Mallory.
Mickey and Mallory.
You know what that's from?
Oh, that's an obscure movie with.
Yeah. Woody
that-
Harrelson.
Yeah, Natural Born Killers.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought there was a movie called Mickey and Mallory with, no?
I don't know.
I think you're thinking of a Cassavetes movie with Peter Falk is in it.
Yeah. Who knows? The emu, we seem to be getting more and more of those. Can you imagine how odd it would be looking out your window and seeing a gigantic flightless bird there?
I'd love it. Be awesome.
Got this obscure request.
I'd wring its neck.
I never felt more alive when I killed
Harrison Ford is in the news right now because of a couple things. I think they're...
Is he still a menace?
Oh, he and Callista Flockhart are going to be in a movie together, working on some project together.
Well,
for the first
he
time.
plays a psychiatrist.
Shrinking on Apple TV?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, that's out there. And then he's got whatever it is, Indiana Jones 5. Is that coming up? This is, you'll see Harrison Ford is somehow involved in this particular encounter between a couple of comedians by request. Here we go.
Greg Warren is our guest. You're single. You're a former wrestler.
Yeah.
What do you do on the road? We were talking to Mike about his activities on the road. Watch television a lot? Do you rent movies from Spectravision?
You do, don't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I just got a DVD player recently. Mm-hmm. I love watching those because of the deleted scenes. Those are my favorite parts of them. That's all I watch. But some of them are really like they're the scenes they cut out of the original movie, but just sort of can tell why. You know, we rented The Fugitive the other day with Harrison Ford. Great movie.
Yeah.
There's a little deleted scene in there where he's running from Tommy Lee Jones and he runs into Subway and orders a sandwich. You know, that's like just weird to see Harrison Ford in there.
All right, listen to me. I need a 6-inch turkey sub on wheat with bacon, no mustard or mayonnaise, all right? Lettuce, tomato, green pepper. I didn't kill my wife.
All right, I see why they cut that out of the movie. You know?
You Indian Jones.
You Indian Jones.
You Indian Jones.
Yeah, I'm Harrison Ford.
No, you Indian Jones, man. I seen you. I seen Indian Jones 1, Indian Jones 2, Indian Jones 3. Then you didn't work for a long time.
Well, actually.
And then I did see you in a movie last year, Hollywood Homicide.
Right, yeah.
That wasn't that good. You should have done Indian Jones 4.
Well, never actually tried
You got a
to
whip,
work
too.
on.
You like the whip man.
Well, I
Where you
don't
whip
personally
at? Where
have
you
the
whip?
whip. It's in the Smithsonian
Where you
Institute right
You
now.
look old, too, now, man.
All right, listen to me. I didn't come here to be talked to by some deranged fan, all right?
Okay, man. Indian Jones.
All right, fine.
Get your whip out, Jones.
That's Mike McRae.
He goes,
all right, fine.
Mike McRae has Harrison Ford and Greg Warren going off the rails. Yeah.
That's Huey Baker.
Yeah. Once again, Harrison Ford in Shrinkage.
I think it's called Shrinking. It's him and Jason Segel, I believe.
Okay. I've got to check that out. I've heard it's pretty good. By special request. Thank you very much. How do you make a request, Josh? Are we doing
Well, you email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com, or my gosh, if you haven't gotten the Bob and Tom app yet, what are you doing with your phone?
That's
because it's not something that we approve of. Have the app.
Very good. Right now,
I have another story.
Oh, go ahead.
A company in Japan has created a wearable beanbag.
Oh, have you seen this?
Sora News 24 reports the beanbag is built as conforming to the wearer's body so that it provides the ultimate comfort as they sit and roll around from position to position.
Anywhere they want, they can sit there.
Designed to be worn like a dress, yeah.
Got a seat.
Worn like a dress.
But see, gravity takes over, so it's...
All the beans would go to the bottom.
When you stand up...
Oh, so you just like Grimace?
You've got this gigantic waist, your waistline.
It looks like a costume for the male, the sack.
The wearable beanbag weighs around 11 pounds, too, so it'd be like carrying...
It's very scrotal.
It's...
Very scrotal.
It is.
Boy, you're just a child.
All right. Take a look at this picture here, Chickie.
I don't think there's any way... Oh, my God, it looks like a ball.
Yeah.
It's like what is it? What are those called? Snugglies?
Yeah.
Snuggies.
Looks like something the Fruit of the Loom guys used to wear.
Yeah.
Like, here comes a plum.
Is this for real? I mean, are people...
Yes, it's for real.
Can you imagine the guy next to you on the plane has this?
$147 in stock. I can get you one today.
You can get a Mickey Mouse print version.
Small, medium, or large.
And comes from the company Honolulu.
Not Honolulu?
No. Weighs 11 ounces. Or, I'm sorry.
11 pounds.
11 pounds.
I can't...
How about that?
You know, when I was
Tom, I'll get you one.
All I wanted was an inflatable chair. I thought those were the coolest thing ever when I was...
those were big. Did you get them at...
Inflatable chairs.
Spencer Gifts?
Yeah, I got one.
And?
Josh, I'm looking at this on the website. A small, $147. Medium adds $53. And a large adds $159.
Oh, my.
Holy hell.
That's what they call the fat tax. I believe it was implemented by Michelle Obama. As we all know, hates fat people and has asked for them to be removed from society.
Really said that.
Really, and if you read her new book, you got to really want to read it.
Yeah.
It's in the lines. It's between the lines.
Between the lines.
She says it all.
Getting rid of fatties. Okay.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do later on today at the compound. I'm going to snuggle up with my brand new Michelle Obama book and read between the lines.
That's right.
And you'll be safe and secure, won't you? Because you've got the doors locked.
Yep, with my Simply Safe home security system that I installed it myself. And you know, Simply Safe is designed with cutting-edge security technology and powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. In your emergency, Simply Safe's monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real. You get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring service costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. Lock and unlock your doors. Access your cameras, arm and disarm your system right from your smartphone app. And, oh, by the way, CNET just named Simply Safe their editor's choice pick. Customize the perfect system for your home, then install it yourself in just a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim a free indoor security camera, plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Coming up, it's our history lesson. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
So, summer always makes me think of my mom. My mom was making breakfast. You know, she could make waffles using nothing but a pancake and a hiking boot.
Nothing like the Vibram waffle.
Really?
I agree.
Boom! Well, waffles, there you go. Boom! There you go. How's it start? Oh, yeah. Sneezing from the pollen. The chain caught my shoestring, hit the center bar on my bicycle, and almost lost my bearings. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sunburned on the soles of my feet. A lot of sand where the sun don't shine. Sunburned at the beach, in pain the whole darn night. So much skin peeled off my back, you could make a set of Samsonite. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sand burned on the soles of my feet. A lot of sun where the sand don't shine. Putting on a cold, wet bathing suit. Mosquitoes and bees and tetanus shots in the derriere. Something's crawling in the foot of my sleeping bag, and flaming marshmallows in my hair. Drop and roll. Caught a baseball with my face. Potato salad in the sun. Salmonella steps up to the plate. Listeria gets the run. Oh, I love summer. Good old summertime. I got foot sand on the sole of my burn. A lot of feet where the sand don't shine. I got shine soot on the sole of my fence. Oh, shine something soot. Else.
Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful. Haywood Banks.
Known for his pulsating guitar riffs. Rutherford Purple Haze. Purple Haze.
Very nice.
All right. This president formed one of the first psychedelic bands as a side hustle to writing the Constitution.
Was it the Thomas Jefferson Airplane?
That is right, Willie. You were
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, you know. If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call, just every now and then, just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Granddad. How are you?" Well, they never call anymore. In fact, they never come by. I just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings the kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring. The mail never comes. I never get any mail. Nobody ever calls me. It's just a terrible thing. That's the way it is, I guess. I'll just keep watching these old soap operas and things get better.
The telephone. When it rings, answer it.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Augie Smith, who's here now.
I say to the kids, stop with these steroids. Get on the old-fashioned drugs.
That's
Yeah.
when I speak to schools, that's what I tell them. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't think that we should legalize marijuana, and I'll tell you why.
Why is that?
Because I like doing illegal stuff. That's right. Yeah, I don't want to go into a store. I want to deal with the drug dealer. I want to go to the bad part of the town. I want to do that kind of stuff. I don't want to have to. And the people say, "Oh, we just want it for medicinal purposes." No, you don't. Then they bring out the guy, the 90-year-old guy with the tubes coming out of him, talking about, "Oh, I'm only happy when I'm high." Well, welcome to America. We're all only happy when we're high. I'm telling you guys right now, you see somebody walking down the street not high and happy, run for your damn life. That guy's a lunatic. He's got a basement full of bodies. And you're next, pal. That's what I tell you.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control, more or less.
Yes. And the relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room. What do we get, a song and a half today?
Oh, barely.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Ace Cosby's here.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
With once again a special treat.
It's rocks, man. What do you call a magician?
Wait a minute. You think that rocks?
Oh.
It's disco-ish, if
For
anything.
someone who doesn't care for the wall of sound, as they say, that sure is a very produced.
Well, I'll tell Alan you didn't care for it.
Oh, no, I think I'm the only one that likes it.
Ace, I'm sorry. Did we take the momentum away from your joke?
I'm always ready. What do you call a magician who loses his magic?
What?
Ian.
Just Ian. Magic is gone.
See the word magician ends in I. It's Ian.
All right.
I like that one.
You're allowed to like it. You're just not allowed to applaud.
The reason I stopped listening.
Okay, let's go. Here we go.
He was so enthusiastic. You saw that delivery.
I do like that. My wand.
Yes, he had his magic wand.
Time now to review what happened in this important date in history.
Time now for Today in History.
What happened?
February, what number, Tom? What number? Don't look.
21.
He already looked.
Now, Josh, actually, I think I'll ask Christy this one.
Okay.
No.
1931, this product was introduced. It's called Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, yeah. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, the famous jingle.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Now, do you know why they introduced that slogan?
Because it wasn't selling and they needed something catchy to get people to try it?
Partly.
I hope I don't know I think I know the answer, but I hope this isn't the answer. People weren't putting it in water first. They were just putting it in their mouth and
I
swallowing.
know.
What is it, Josh?
You taught us this.
Yeah.
The people were only using one.
Oh.
They wanted people to take 2 tablets instead of 1, so they had a commercial where they showed them throwing the 2 tablets in. I've never tried Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, their Alka-Seltzer Cold's great.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Does it have those little things that fizz?
Yes.
'Cause I used to love fizzies.
You know what you do is you get your 2 Alka-Seltzers and you put it in a little rocks glass. And you plop, and then you put like a shot of vodka in there.
Oh. I just use it to feed birds.
Sleep the rest of the afternoon.
This could be for you. They make Alka-Seltzer hangover relief now, and it's got a little bit of caffeine in there to help work through the the bad stuff in your brain.
1948, the founding of NASCAR.
Hi, that's a NASCAR.
Just started with the Daytona 500. A lot of accidents, but fun finish. 1952, Chick, you'll like this one. This man performed the first figure skating triple jump in competition.
Oh, the one, the only, reach for it and press it. Dick Button.
Yes.
Dick Button.
Reach for it and press it.
Dick Button. Look at that.
Wow.
Man, he really got into commentating on it.
He loved it.
In 1970, the Jackson 5 made their TV debut on American Bandstand. And those in the early days, that Michael Jackson, adorable, and actually in the early days he was black. And they
a lot of that was makeup to cover the bruises.
Phased out of that
from the rehearsals.
Let's see. Happy birthday,
Joe had his way.
Rue McClanahan. You know who that is, Christy?
From the Golden Girls, sure.
Golden Girls.
Blanche Devereaux.
I love the name Blanche.
Played the horny old lady.
Oh, yeah.
If I ever become Southern, I'm going to be Blanche.
1946, the late Alan Rickman was born.
I loved him,
Mostly
too.
famous for Die Hard, probably.
Love
No,
Actually.
Professor Snape?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Snape.
Alan Rickman.
Did you know, this is an obscure trivia fact, you might know this, chick. The scene where, spoiler alert, the Alan Rickman character is plummeting to, well, presumably his death.
Yeah, what?
He looks so shocked. When they filmed that, they told him they were going to release him on 3, and
Released him on 2?
They released him on 1.
Oh.
So he...
Where did you read this?
It's one of those obscure facts that I read.
There's a show on Netflix called The Movies We Love, and they talk about that. It's a cool episode.
I don't know.
Maybe you should try some acting next time.
I think he did a pretty good job.
Who said that? Somebody famous said that.
Olivia.
Olivia said it to Dustin
Hoffman,
yeah.
Marathon Man. Let's see now. Kelsey Grammer, born in 1955 in this state, and they're rebooting.
They've rebooted Frasier. Not quite the same.
There's no one else in it from the original show, correct?
A show that no one wanted is back.
I think Daphne's in there.
Is she? I can't remember. I haven't watched it.
Don't worry. They want fans to know it's still going to be super boring, though. So for the Frasier fans out there, get ready.
Yeah, man, that first one was funny.
Yeah.
Really?
It was a gigantic hit. Did you guys not remember?
Sure. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. My guy loves Frasier. We still watch it.
Of the original?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new one. I'll be curious to see it. Happy birthday, Scott Kelly, famous astronaut.
Yep.
Super badass.
Has a twin brother?
Why'd you say astronaut? Does he like asses?
Is that what you're trying to point out, Tom?
No, I didn't say
You said astronaut.
How disrespectful of
likes
Tom
a fatty?
Griswold.
You like the having that?
Happy birthday to Jennifer Love Hewitt.
A 4-foot-long neck. Yeah.
And happy birthday to Jordan Peele.
Hewitt's neck is too long?
Jennifer Love Hewitt's neck's too long, Tom.
I was not aware of that.
It's time now for things we learned on today's show.
Long enough for me to hickey up, I'll tell you that.
You and those waif-like women.
When is the last time you had a hickey, Josh?
Too long ago.
Ugh.
Get over there and suck on that neck.
No, thanks.
Suck my neck. Suck my neck.
Suck his neck. Suck his neck.
Lower.
No.
Let's see.
He went lower, you see.
That's the old joke, Christy.
Oh,
you know,
God,
he
it's
says,
not what it sounded
suck
like
my
you were
neck,
saying.
and then I say lower.
Suck my neck.
And then you, of course, are going down filth road.
You sure are. Always with the perversions.
I know.
I'm sorry.
First thing we said today, something about Paul Cawthon and Cocaine Country Dancing.
Give it a listen.
Tom ordered Josh to sing. And he opens for Diplo and Eric Church, so Josh says, so there's no checking.
Big fan.
We played Fort Knox 5 today, and I moonwalked in my office chair.
It's cool.
Big hit. Jim Bob Cooter is the new offensive coordinator for the Colts, and once again, we're calling him James Robert Hoo-Ha. A rooster can kill you and has and did and probably will again.
That's right.
They're amazing animals.
Live in fear, people.
And the guy died, it was a guy in Ireland, right?
I invite you from this day forward to listen to the Bob and Tom Show in between the Ace Cosby jokes of the day. If you can pick us out, we'd appreciate it. I'm going to start wearing a necklace of chicken beaks. And
like a true psychopath.
I want some sort of voodoo spell to go along with that, if I could.
Oh, you're asking for trouble.
I thought you
somebody help me.
You were going to wear a crown.
No, you guys said that, and I could be Peckerhead.
No, King Peckerhead.
King Peckerhead.
Hey, you're not just any Peckerhead.
And we've asked some of the farmers out there to please create a crown or a necklace
don't do this.
Of chicken peckers.
I dare you.
God.
Isn't it technically called a pecker?
It's called a beak.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe in the fancy places you grew up. I went to private school. We don't know anything.
Wrap it up.
And I got a nice picture of the Wienermobile sliding off the road. So let's get that thing fixed and get that catalytic converter on there. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.